The game that you see on the screen right now is on the PS2. It is called Cloudberry Kingdom. It is part of the Sony PlayStation 2013 store event where you can get games for deals. Sony hooked me up with this game, and all I needed to do was just do... They kind of wanted me to do a review, but I think reviews are stupid. Because a game that I like to stab people, and I like F-cup breasts. And so not everyone likes exactly that. So instead of me just doing like a live comm in the game saying jump, 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 here I jump over this guy, that was the mistake I made last week. And a lot of people last week when I uploaded the stealth gameplay, you guys thought that I was that I didn't actually like it, that I was forcing it. It's like that wasn't it at all. It's just that when I play a game, I focus. I want to get through it. I want to play it. I enjoy myself, and part of enjoying a game is the finally solving something, like especially like a puzzle type game. It's finally solving something. With games like this, there's the puzzle type games, which is once you finally solve it, it's actually fairly easy to get through it. If you wanted to like replay it, right? And then there's the games where like this, where there's not anything on here really puzzly about it. It's more about your timing and hitting things and jumping and being where you need to be position-wise in order to complete the level. I like this game. It's super fast-paced. Like, I honestly played about 150 levels in, I think, a half hour. Sometimes there's things that it takes me a long time, but then, like, also there's times when I get to a point where I know what I need to do and I hit, and I literally hit like 17 things in a row, and it's a pretty cool feeling. Anyways, I think the internet has ruined puzzle games for the simple fact, or games in general, rather, any kind of game that you play, where there's a storyline, because here's the issue. If you're having problems with a game, like let's say you're stuck. Let's say you get to that point in the game when you're stuck, right? It's a frustrating point. Now, there is some satisfaction of finally getting past that. But also, there's a part where, now that we have the internet, we can go, you know what, I'm stuck. Click, that's the sound effect that I made with my mouth about typing, I guess. And you can go online, and you can look up how to beat a level. And like practically every game, you can just go on YouTube and look up how to beat a level, right? Well, I think that's good, but I'm going to take a look back into the old days when we didn't have internet, when we didn't have the ability to go back and say, hey, how do we beat this? There was like little books sometimes, but I don't think the books like showed you how to necessarily beat, I don't think there was a book on Mario, on how to beat Mario. And I don't think I was ever really like stuck on Mario, now that I think about it. And as I asked this, I really can't come up with a situation in the old school games where I was stuck, but I knew it did happen. And I did come up with one. This section is awesome. Like the mere fact that I got through this was like the satisfaction that you get out of these types of games, right? So the only game I can think of from back in the day that I was stuck on and I never quite beat and I never got to experience, because that's the downfall. Like people say, well, what's the problem with being stuck? Well, if you get stuck so bad and you can't figure out how to get out, then you don't get to enjoy the rest of the game. You feel like, and if it happens at the beginning, you feel like you don't get to play the game at all. The game that I played as a kid that I got stuck on and I never got past was Battletoads, when you're on the little hovercraft thing. Battletoads was an awesome game, but I couldn't get past it. Like, I couldn't get past the little hovercraft thing. The timing, and it was just hard. It was just too difficult. So do you want games like this to progressively get more difficult, or do you want them to be somewhat beatable? You know what I mean? Like, what do you get out of games like this? Like, I actually just kind of have fun, especially with this game right here, right? The reason why I dig this game is because even though there's a level like this that at first when you look at it, you're like, there's no way I'm going to get through all these little light beams. I'm not going to like moonwalk through this stuff. But like as you approach it, it may take you a bunch of times, but once you finally do, that satisfaction of getting through that is enjoyable. Now, with the internet and the ability to like look up any game if you get stuck on it, I find that my threshold for being stuck on a game is very, very short. I.e., if I'm stuck on a game, I'm not going to, I'm not going to like keep on trying for too much longer. I'm just not. I'm just going to go online and I'm going to look up on how to beat that, and then I'm going to move along. And I think it's one of those things where I feel like I wish there was a way to regulate it that you only get like 3 lifelines as far as like help of you getting through a game. So this is the game. If you're interested in it, you can always check in the description. If you're not, you can tell me to go to hell. I don't care. But a little bit something different. And what are some games that you got stuck on as a kid that you wish you would have had internet? And what games would you know that you would have never beat unless you had that online guide? I don't know how I'd ever get zombies. Like, I don't know how anybody would ever get the golden spork without watching like a Syndicate video. So, bam, there you go. Peace and butt grease. What's up, guys? Black Ops 1? What? This isn't the current Call of Duty. What are you doing? Do people still play that? I always like when people say that. People still play that. Just because you don't necessarily do something means people still do that. People are still playing Mario. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, this is Black Ops 1. Obviously, this is not the current Call of Duties. A little bit of variety for you. How'd you find me? That's the question I'm curious about. Did you find me back in Call of Duty 4 with the bad colors on the screen? Did you find me during the MW2? I think a lot of you guys found me during MW2. Did you find me during the Black Ops 1? During Modern Warfare 3? Did you find me last week? In a comment, let me know. I want to get a gist of like how you guys found me, because maybe if all my Black Ops 1, like I uploaded a video of Modern Warfare 2 and you guys really dug it. You guys seem to really, really dig it. And I wonder if that's because that's the blade, like I'm always progressing as a person, so maybe that's the blade that you like the most. Like for some reason, a lot of you guys don't really like the Black Ops 2 blade, maybe, or just things have changed or whatever. I'm always going to be me, but I'm always progressing. So is it you liking the current day blade, or is you like the COD 4 blade, or you thought I was a douche or Modern Warfare 3 blade, or whatever. But anyways, when Ghost comes out, if it's bad or if it's great, it doesn't matter. There's going to be people that hang back. That's the only way that these games still have people online playing. And Call of Duty, when a game is in syndication, i.e. a game that is not the current Call of Duty, is a completely different experience from when the game's in prime time and everyone's playing it. And what I mean by that is like it's the people you're playing against. You ever notice that it's really fun to play against? It's not even playing against noobs, but basically playing against like casual people. It's a lot, it's more fun when people are not as good at the game. At least for me, I understand it can get boring if they're super noobs, but I also don't like playing against people that are super sweaty. Like if that's the case, I'd go play League play if I want that kind of atmosphere. I'm a casual Call of Duty player, even though I play uncasually. I think that I do the knifing thing so that it allows me to be a tryhard without being a tryhard, if that kind of makes sense. But Ghost coming out. Everyone that's making commentaries about Ghost, we haven't played it, so what the fuck are we talking about? That's like a virgin giving sex advice. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you talking about this? You have no idea what the fuck this is about. So I can't say what Ghost is going to be like because I haven't played it. But like, let's say for example, let's say it sucks. Let's say it's going to suck, right? Are you going to hang back and play Black Ops 2? Because that's the decision that a lot of people have made. And some people have given up on the Call of Duties. Some of you guys just like, you just haven't enjoyed yourself as each Call of Duty comes out. So you quit. You're like, there's other games to play. I'd rather not like do that. But I still like Call of Duty. And I probably still will like Call of Duty until they like really fuck it up. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you may be going, well, why don't you just play the older Call of Duties and have more experience? Because when the new Call of Duty comes out, there's this magical time when the new Call of Duty comes out, when there's noobs, when there's really, really bad players. And that, for me, is worth all the time playing against the sweatiest tryhards. Wow. Whew. Oh my God. Yeah, Whew. That felt pretty fucking amazing, actually. What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, Sunny Chill Commentary, bam. The gameplay is gonna be stealth. This is game on PS2. If you dig it, link in the description. But that's not what this is about. It's about your Sunny Chill. It's a time to sit back, relax, put up your feet. Maybe watch some Ray Donovan or some Dexter if that's your thing, or maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to tell you how to do things. I'm just saying, hey, hang back and relax. I don't want to be that guy. Everyone knows that guy. Do you ever see someone walk into a room and he's like a friend of a friend, or he's just part of the group, but everyone kind of just doesn't like him? Everyone knows that guy, okay? It's one of those things where it's just like, fuck, I just don't like this person. This person is an asshole. And I've always known about that. I've always thought that. But then, like, lately, I've been feeling like I'm that guy. And I want to make a conscious effort to change that. Now, one of the ways that I did that is I quit drinking. I knocked drinking off just because too expensive, super unhealthy. I don't like 2-day hangovers, and I don't like being that guy. Okay? When I go into a restaurant near where I live to get food, and last weekend, or a previous weekend or whatever, I was there, and I was a complete drunk, belligerent mess, it's not good. It's not good, and I'll admit it. I'll say it. I actually do care. Anybody says I don't care what people think about me. Well, yeah, you do. Otherwise, you would just be super alone. And I'm a solo type of dude. Stuff I do on YouTube, a lot of times the stuff I do on YouTube, the therapeutic part about it is that I can do stuff on YouTube that people get or can relate to, or be like, you know what? I fucking thought about that too. I think that way too. That's crazy. No, I thought I was the only one, kind of thing, And I'm able to express myself. A lot of times on YouTube, though, the only times I really get in trouble on YouTube, or maybe something doesn't quite connect, is when I venture away from the norm and I decide, let's just test the waters. I think this is funny. Good example. I'm at Keem's house and I had this idea. I think shitting noises are hilarious. Call me juvenile, but I think if someone like violently shits, it's funny. It's funny. So I tried eating a bunch of really, 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 like Mexican food, Thai food, stuff like that, and I wasn't getting the kind of response that I wanted. Like sometimes just the percussion or the acoustics of when you sit on a toilet and you violently shit or whatever, it makes for a hilarious, funny thing, and I wanted to do that. I think that'd be hilarious. So I was telling Keem about this on the Bad Kid cast, and he was just saying, dude, I got this tea. It's a cleansing tea. I call it poopy tea. And I'll give it to you, and then, you'll shit in 5 hours. Well, I shit like maybe 20 minutes after it, and I recorded it. And to me, it's hilarious. It's funny. It's so unbelievably funny. But I debated uploading it. And then finally I was like, nah, let's do it. Let's just do it. And whenever I get these, like, let's just do it things, probably not the best idea. But I put it up, and a lot of people thought it was funny, and a lot of people were disgusted by it. But that's just like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, if you knew what went through my mind half the time he'd be like, lock this dude up. Like, also, Keem, another realization of this was Keem was saying, hey, do you know, Keem's girl's name Melissa. Melissa's friend it was her birthday. He's like, dude, you want to go out a couple times? You want to go out and have some drinks and it's her birthday? And I was like, I didn't really want to, just because I don't really want to be in that like bar scene. I don't really know those, I don't really know Melissa's friends that well. And I was like, sure, fuck it, why not? And he's like, okay, well, I gotta kind of talk to you about this. I was like, talk about what? And he goes, every time that you go out, they've seen you really drunk. Like, the only impressions that these people have of you is of a really, really drunk person. And you're kind of an asshole. And I realized that, so that's why I'm all about realizing and copying up to something and then figuring a way to fix it. Not just complain about something, but give, like, a positive reason how I'm going to fix this, right? So I was like, yeah, I totally understand. I totally dig that. This is nothing new to me. Let's go out, let's have a couple drinks, and just call it a night. Okay. And that's what we did. We went out. Now, while we were out there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm having conversations with these various females, and one of the females is husband. I'm, like, talking to him, and, just having a good time. I find myself, I was like, wait a second. I can't say this, or I can't say that. And the reason why I can't say that is because it's not a normal thing. I'm not a normal person. I have so many weird, odd thoughts. And it's fucking frustrating because I'll sit there and I'll be like, and I'll want to say something, but I'm like, wait a second, this is the real world and you can't say shit like that. And it's not a form of censorship. It's a form of, don't be a dumbass, dude. Like, all right, so here's the weird, I'll just give you an example. Here's the weird thought that came into my mind. They started talking about the movie Castaway and Wilson and, like, movies and best pictures and stuff like this. And I was like, thinking about it. I was like, dude, for some reason, this is all going in my head, right? So I'm fake listening to someone, and this is what's going in my head. This is the train of thoughts. It goes, how would you pretty much try to solidify best picture? Actors, the way that they get best picture a lot of times or best actor is they play a mentally challenged person. Okay, bam. So I'm like, okay, so we need a mentally challenged person. How can we make a mentally challenged person type movie? And then I decided to crossbreed it because, well, the way that this came about is one of the girls wasn't that pretty and she kind of had like a horse face. So I thought of horses. So I'm like, okay, so how can we take a horse and then retard? I'm like, okay, let's say the horse had Down syndrome. So let's just assume that that's a thing. I didn't do enough research to find out at that moment because I was just thinking this. This is all going on while I'm like listening to this person going, oh yeah, totally. Still listening, I'm still comprehending. They could say a number and they say, what number am I saying? I say, you said 7. Okay, whatever. So now I'm like, okay, so we got Down syndrome horse, and there's this amazing story about how this horse was about to be put down. It was made fun by the other horse. Like, the other horses kind of shunned him a little bit, and this horse just had Down syndrome. But one of the owner, like, I think it would probably be played by, like, I don't know. I was already casting some broad. I forgot what her name was. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson was, like, the girl that realized that this horse that had Down syndrome has a huge heart. Like, she can just see it in its little downy eyes, right? And so then what they do is that, through all these troubles, she trains them, and they're like, why are you training a Down syndrome horse? They're stupid. And she almost loses everything. She goes through all these trials, and the horse ends up winning the Kentucky Derby. And just running in, and it's a really heartfelt movie about a horse with Down syndrome that wins the Kentucky Derby, and how it could be so heartfelt. It's like Rudy, and like, oh, it'd be so awesome. Bear in mind, that whole story and concept and thought process happened within the course of about, I'd say, 12 to 15 seconds in my brain, right? And then I kind of laugh, and she thought that I was laughing at her, and I wanted to here's the thing, like, I have this weird thing where if I laugh at something and someone doesn't understand my laugh or doesn't understand why I laughed, I want to be like, no, you don't understand. I wasn't laughing at you, simple bitch. I was laughing at how stupid you are. Like, I know that sounds fucked up, but like, that's a lot of times I want people to know that, but it doesn't really matter. A lot of times it's like little silent trying, like I'm laughing. I'm like, you think I'm laughing with you, but I'm laughing at you, silly. And I've just come to the conclusion that I'm an asshole. And it's fucked up. I'm a sweet person. I'm a nice person. If you're friends with me, I'm like the most loyal person ever. We will laugh, we will have a good time. But like stupid people, and then also normal people, I don't like normal people because like I feel that I have to censor myself around them, because as I laughed, she was like, "What's so funny?" And I was like, I come to this decision. And I literally have to make this decision probably 20 times a day. Should I say what I'm about to say? That literally the should I say what I'm about to say, that little phrase goes through my mind all the time, right? And I said, fuck it. Normally when I say fuck it, it's normally not a good idea, because I probably shouldn't have said what I should probably just be a mute. I should probably just never talk, because it ends up getting me in trouble. That's why I like shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, because I feel like I'm Larry David half the time, you know? Where it's like, oh, I know you should say something, but don't, please don't. If you just shut up, everything will be cool. And I end up just saying something, right? So I was like, I don't know any other way to say this. It's going to sound fucked up, but do horses get Down syndrome? And everyone like, what? They're like, why would you want... Now they're interested. Now they're interested, right? They kind of give me this look like, why would you want to know that? What would cause you to do that? So then I told them the story of a Down syndrome horse, you know, winning the Kentucky Derby. I told them this story, right? And they're just like, that's fucking weird. That is fucking weird. You should keep that to yourself. And so I keep a lot of weird shit to myself, and a lot of just weird, like, diarrhea of the mouth stuff comes out of my head, because I'm nutty. I'm a nutty person, and I'm like, I want to embrace that. I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. But you know how I saw this recently, and they said, hey, you know, that guy is an asshole with a sensitive side, you know? And I'm thinking, like, you know what? I think that I'm like a sensitive dude with a little asshole on the side. You know what I mean? Like, I can be a dick. It's not that I can't be a dick. I'm never really a dick. I'm a nice person. I'm actually a little bit too nice. But the problem is that I find humor in things that are really fucked up. Really fucked up. Like, and sometimes if I try to explain it to a normal person, like, whoa, you went too far there. That got uncomfortable. So I always have to make a conscious effort to realize that a person's first or initial impression of you, you can't give them... If you first meet a girl and then she tells you a story about how her uncle touched her, like within the first 10 minutes of you talking to her, you're going to be like, whoa! Well, I'm going to do something else. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, that's too much information. And so it's weird and a lot of times when I went out that night, just for a couple drinks, there was a lot of people, and they're like, dude, haven't seen you in a while, and they talk to me as if they knew me. And I feel that I have this ability to make a connection with people, that they get touched, not physically, but they get touched like on some higher level, not the mundane, everyday in the Matrix type shit. And I make that connection. And it's funny because I don't know why I like doing this. It's almost like a power thing. Like, I'm almost able to talk to someone about some higher level shit. And then once I'm up there, I just drop them. And just leave the conversation and probably never talk to the person again. And I know that's a weird power trip thing, to be able to take people to crazy places and then just be like, peace, and leave them. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. Only Pub Me Stomp. What's up, guys? There's not a clash between these two groups of people, but like there is Pub Stompers and then there's competitive people. And for some reason, a lot of people think that they like don't get along. They're like catty girls. You know what I mean? I would equate it to this. Imagine chicks in the porn industry. There's the girls that have the natural titties, and there's the girls that have the big fake titties. Do you think that they beef? Probably. What? Probably, because girls beef over every little thing. Like girls will beef about redhead versus blonde, and black dicks versus Asian cocks. I don't know what they argue about in their spare time. But for some reason, the COD people, there seems to be this ongoing debate about what's better, the competitive players or the Pub Stompers. And a lot of people have this feeling about the Pub Stompers that they're just like, I'm not impressed. It's not impressive. You're bad, kid. Stuff like that. Superfast, what up? Now, there's some truths to that. If you get an insane score in Call of Duty, it doesn't automatically make you this ungodly player. But let me just kind of break it down, like what usually goes into a good score game, at least for me, okay? For me, what gets into a good score game? Because I'm knifing only, I need to have the connection's key. Connection is such a huge part of it. There's connection, there's bad enemies, and then there is non-aggressive teammates. And to make it even easier, there's teammates that like are running support for you. Now, I'm not one of those guys that, when I play, I need to have a team running UAVs for me all game long. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that's not me. And it's not because I don't like having support ran for me. It's just I don't like people when I play Call of Duty. Call of Duty brings out the worst in me. So, like, even if you're a fan and you see me and then you end up killing me, I'm like, fuck you, Even though I know someone's going to just take that little snippet, super fast, hold on, and be like, Blade hates his fans. It's like, nope. And Blade hates his viewers? Nope. That's not it. It's just like, Call of Duty brings out the worst in me when I play. I don't like people. So, I don't like getting killed, blah, blah, blah. So, all those things are variables, and if all those variables are on your side, connection, bad teammates, and bad enemy, then people automatically think, okay, well, if you have all that, then yeah, you're just naturally going to get a 100-kill game. No, that's not super fast mode. That's not the case at all. Yeah, all those things are variables that help, and those things need to be kind of in place, but also the execution of completing that, of getting that good game, it still needs to be there, okay? The execution still needs to be there. A lot of people talk shit about Mr. J Nasty, but I go to his channel, and I watch a video, and it's 5 Moabs, right? How can you not be impressed by that, and how can you not say that takes 0 skill? Because even though everything went right in that game, even though he had a whole team of people running UAVs and ballistic vests for him, and even though the enemy team was horrible, he still had to get all those kills and not die. And why is it that we put so much emphasis? What do you want to see when you see a Call of Duty, when you talk about gameplays in general? You want to see a shit ton of kills, but low deaths. But people actually focus more on the few deaths that you get. Like, you might do a team deathmatch where you get like 50 and 15, but I know people that literally will not upload that. But you got 50 kills in a team deathmatch. Isn't that impressive? No, but we're more focused on the lack of kills. So you may be going, well, the competitive players, you have to be a lot better to be a competitive player. Oh, thanks. I got my second VSAT, and the connection just tickles a little bit. But the competitive players, at one point they had to be pub players. Am I right? At one point they had to be pub stompers. So let's assume that every competitive player used to be a pub stomper. That means that if there's pub stompers, there's a possibility that they can move that skill set into a competitive environment. I just don't like this whole idea that people think that pub stomping doesn't take skill, because it does. Now, those things need to be in the right situation for you to get all these super high kill streaks and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of things need to go right, but that doesn't mean that once you're at the ball that you still have to dance. You know what I mean? It may be tough just to get to the dance hall, but once you get there, you still have to dance, if that kind of makes sense. Um, I don't know. But also I think that the competitive people and the pub stomping people, we don't have an issue with each other. It's not like fuck you, fuck you. It's not an issue with each other. We're not saying, oh, I'm better than you and this and that. What happens from it is, I hate to blame it on you guys, but it's the viewers. The viewers like antagonize and make comments. I'll give you an example that worked in like knifing. Okay, so when Straight Up Knives first came out, he made videos, and I started getting all these comments saying 1v1 straight up knives, 1v1 straight up knives. And I was just like, no, because 1v1 knife battles are retarded. Super fast, blah. And I was thinking like, well, that's kind of shitty. Listen to this whole thing, please. Please don't take this out of context. I thought that's pretty shitty of Straight Up Knives to send his fans over to my page and do this. And then I go over on his page, watch some videos, and realize he never mentions my name. That's not the issue. He never was like, oh, I want a 1v1 knife battle, ONLYUSEmeBLADE, because he knows it's stupid. It's all about connection. But the fans antagonized it. Not all you guys. Most of you guys are super chill. But the fans can antagonize and like go to Jay Nasty and be like, fuck you, pro players are better, and pro players are, blah, 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 right? So what do you think? Do you think fans antagonize stuff like that? Do you think that a pub stomper can make the transition to competitive? Let me know. Peace and butt grease. Okay, I listened to it, I loved it, enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked it with your thumbs and stuff. But I have to say one thing. This is all personal opinion, and I'm not a pro player. I've never claimed to be. I'm not even good enough to be a pro player. But I find pub stomping more entertaining to watch post commentary style, like post it being live, than competitive stuff. And that's just me personally. So I hope you guys kind of understand that. I think that if you're watching a competitive game live, you don't know what's going to happen, and you have some vested interest in the team, that's one thing. But for the most part, my personal opinion, and this is just me, I just find high score gameplays more fun to watch than competitive gameplays. Unless it's live, if that makes sense. Don't be mad at me for having an opinion. I'm sorry. I love you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, like it. And I'll see you later. Peace and buckers. What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and this is a Search and Destroy game where I do really well, except for when I come across one player. And that player is very, very noobish. I'm a competitive player, and I agree with Pubstompers does not take skill about other people, but for me it's harder to play against bad players. That is, play against good players because bad players are more unpredictable and they do dumb stuff. If you're playing a game battle and you already know the dude is going to be posted up in a head glitch, watching the cut, why in pubs, you never know that person could be in the head glitch or it could be in the corner at the edge of the map. I don't know. So that is a really good example of, for whatever reason, sometimes I do better against people that know what they're doing than I do against people that are complete idiots. And it's not because of like gun skill or anything like that. It's because they're just so unpredictable. Pro poker players sometimes have difficulties playing against amateurs. They might be extremely easy to read, but also at the same time, they're so unpredictable. Like, when I run this route right here, I know there's always going to be a guy right here. So I cock it and kill him. Bam. And then I also know that if I run this route over here, I can there's usually a guy up here. And there is. And I skewer him. That's pretty sexy. So now I come up here and just listen to the reactions. Oh, I see this dude. Okay, I'm going to get him. That's easy enough. But then just listen to this.
He was in this one.
Come on.
Your controller! Oh! A girl that just began starting just killed you on her first try. Starting like today, like 2 minutes ago. That was good. That was good.
That clip reminds me of two things. The first one is I remember back when I was first playing Call of Duty, and I remember times when have you ever tried to teach someone how to play Call of Duty? and you kind of give them the controllers, and you like watch them play, and they kind of, you know, you critique them. Sit down again, buddy. Why'd you run that same route? So I don't know. That's just a cute thing that I remember doing. I remember being at my boss's house back home and showing him how to play Call of Duty and showing him the controls. And the other thing that it reminds you of is it reminds you that it's a game, that sometimes a noob will just shit on you, and it's not because you're a bad person, and it's not because you stole from your mom when you were younger. It's not any of that. It's a game. Don't overanalyze the kill cams. Don't slow it down and break down the reason why this person that was probably thinking about Ninja Turtles can kill you with a shotgun just after you rape the other half of the team that I can actually play. Just realize that it's a game and it's not that serious. And because I find that a lot of people, they try to superanalyze Call of Duty, and it's just like, dude, you can't superanalyze it. It's so random and so weird, and like sometimes noobs will kill you and remind you that it's a game. So don't superanalyze the kill cams. You can analyze the game, but the game kind of analyzes you. Because if you take it too seriously, then you're not gonna have a fucking good time. Well, let's just rape this whole team, and then let's be about our business. I'm ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and I hope that you guys enjoy the commentary. Likes, favorites, shares, all that stuff's appreciated if you enjoyed yourself. If not, then thank you for watching still. I don't know. I'm going to kill this guy, and then I'm out! Peace and butt grease. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. I don't know why I did it like African chant style, but I love ADDBLOCK from Oz. Oz is a great show. I'm actually going to do a commentary on the greatness. If you don't have HBO or Showtime, you are missing out on the good shit. You're missing out on the quality. You got to pay for quality. It's just how it is. I can talk for days about great shows. Currently, right now, on HBO Go, I'm watching Oz. I'm watching about an episode a night. I've already seen the series. I'm giving it a second run through, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm looking forward to Breaking Bad, but as of right now, I'm watching Oz because I'm caught up on everything else, and I love that show. And this is Vertigo. And every time I think of Vertigo, I think of the Alfred Hitchcock film, Vertigo. Great segue, huh, Blake? Anyways, and Alfred Hitchcock is a revolutionary director, and my favorite director is actually a person that kind of borrows or steals or copies a lot of his great ideas, his techniques. I don't think there's any problem with stealing a technique, because if you put your own flair on it, it's fine. Like, hate to break it to you, but Quentin Tarantino, everyone that loves Quentin Tarantino is a De Palma junkie, a Scorsese junkie, and like a junkie of like old horror and Japanese films. He kind of takes all that stuff and makes it into like a little movie bundle. Now, Brian De Palma, Martin Scorsese, Alfred Hitchcock, Christopher Nolan, most of his movies, they're all creative, out-of-the-box thinkers, okay? Now, if someone were to come to them, and not as far as a movie tip, not as far as like a movie idea. They probably hear stupid movie ideas all the time. But let's say someone came up to them like this. They're like, listen, I got $1 billion business, all right? What we're going to do is at all these collective schools that play these sports, right? We are going to market the shit out of them. We are going to put this on TV. We are going to charge money for people to watch it. We're going to sell merchandise. And the best part about it is, so we don't actually have to pay the players. It's actually a bad thing. And to make it even worse, just to let them know we're not fucking around, even though we don't pay them, if the players use their popularity, which we made them by putting them on television and putting them in these arenas, if they try to make money off of it through other merchandising, signing helmets, whatever, then we will say that you can't play, or sanction the school, or fine the school, or whatever. They'd be like, that's the stupidest idea. And I know this is a harsh word, but that is slavery. That is a form of slavery. Okay? Telling them that, hey, amazing football player that's probably going to go to the NFL after 3 or 4 years. Listen, to raise your stock up while you're here, play for free. And while you play for free, you also need to go to classes to learn how to do something you're not actually going to use. So spend time is tough in college, but spend a lot of time practicing. And then also while you're out there, you're going to be a walking billboard for our Nike or Reebok or Puma or Adidas deal. And you're going to be on TV and your likeness. We're going to sell that. The guy raises hand, money. What do we get compensated for this billion-dollar industry where literally the employees are what drives it? Oh, well, we'll let you go to the school for free. What? That's like your work saying, hey, listen, we will let you come here for free. That's retarded. My videos are an open situation, okay? I made a video a couple days, I'll put a link in the description, about pro versus pub players, okay? I'm not saying my point of view is right. I don't think anything can be a finalized point of view on anything, because I'm always open to intelligent conversation or reasons why I might be wrong. My stance on it is this. For a pro level player, for a player that is at a college level, you're pretty much pro. Like, no one's at the college kind of sitting around taking bong rips and drinking beer on a Friday night. Like, what are you about to do? He's like, I think I might go out for the football team. No, you're not. It is like a pro level at this point. And the schools are making all kinds of money. So why can't they be compensated for it? Even if they can't be compensated for it, if they can do like endorsement deals, or if they can do anything like that, why not? I don't get it. If you have a reason why, besides that they get a free education, please tell me. Because it is in a crude version. Step off from that ledge, my friend. It's a form of slavery. So if you bring a whole bunch of people to your field and tell them to work their ass off, blood, sweat, and tears, and say, hey, listen, we'll give you lunch afterwards? What the fuck? That's stupid. I understand that there's costs of, running a team. There's like the paying the coaching staff, the facility, the equipment, the travel, all that kind of stuff. But that's like such a drop in the bucket to what they make. They should pay their people. I'm not saying like how they perform or whatever. I'm not saying pay every single player. You know what I mean? But like the amount, what they provide for free, it just doesn't sit right with me. And I'm all about the idea, why were you out there? Why were you out there last time? You know what happened there to you, buddy? And come here. But honestly, what if you could tell me in the comments a realistic reason on why they shouldn't pay their players, or a realistic reason of what could be the downfall. I don't want it to happen where they pay their players so much that it causes the viewers and the fans higher ticket prices. Like, put a cap on it. But still, it's a really crude version of slavery in a way. Obviously, like if you were to time travel and go back and ask slaves, they'd be like, that's way better than what we have to do. But I don't know. I think they should be compensated for for the services that they provide. Maybe not as much as an NFL player, but still. Let me know what you think. 12-2. Only use me blade. Peace and butt grease. Fuck you, dog. Hate neighbors. What's up, guys? Before we get into the video, there is an awesome website. It's called OnePlay, and it's a place that you can get your PC games for deals. I'm going to put a link in the description down below. You can actually go there. If you wanted to order Call of Duty Ghost for PC, you can actually click that and save about $7. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Wanted to show you that. Super fast mode on to the video. Bam! Only use me blade. What's up, guys? Only use me blade. And the little thing at the beginning, I just thought that was cool. You can go and you can pre-order Ghost or Watch Dogs or anything and save a couple bucks. It's a win-win situation. Bam. Am I getting Call of Duty Ghost? Of course I am. Am I getting Grand Theft Auto 5? Of course I am. You know why? Because I love those games. I love those series. they've got me hooked. Call of Duty would have to really, really, really go bad in order for me to be like, you know what, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. That's just me personally. If you're tired of the series, that's cool. That's cool. I don't work for Activision. I don't work for Rockstar. I just happen to be a fan of their games. That's it. And with that being said, I just want to let you guys know about a little thing that's happening, which I think is pretty cool. And this is more like, I've wanted to tell you guys, my friends, my viewers, I feel like a connection with you. I wanted to tell you guys that Activision has finally given me the respect. I don't know if it's respect. I don't know how I pulled this off. I don't know what person in the Illuminati spoke on my behalf. But basically, Activision has invited me to the Call of Duty Ghost trailer. Not trailer. Call of Duty multiplayer reveal. And they are buying a plane ticket and paying for my hotel. And I'm going. And I'm T. Martin, super excited. I get to go to the event, I love these events because you get to see a lot of cool YouTubers that I may talk to. Like, I'm good friends with Hex and Woody and T. Martin and all these guys. And it's awesome to actually finally get to meet them. Like, I've met them before, but like to meet them, you know, every once in a while. So I'm excited about that. And also the thing that I was telling you before about me doing I don't work for Activision. I don't work for Rockstar. I don't work for any video game company. I'm just a dude here on YouTube just making videos of games that I enjoy playing and sharing it with you. So a lot of people ask me my opinion. What is your opinion of Call of Duty Ghosts? I don't know. I haven't played it. What I'm going to do, though, is when I go there, I'm going to bring a janitor outfit. And I'm going to pretend like I'm a janitor so that and then I'm going to hide in the garbage can. And then as they shut everything down, I'm going to play on the big screen by myself. I'm just going to do, an RTC for my own mind on how to play the game. And I'm going to report back to you. It's really weird because a lot of people want to know, oh, ow, buddy. So some people may see that and just get pissed off at this. Whoop! They may get pissed off at this. But can I offer a positive solution? If that person was using an SMG and assault rifle, he would have killed me as well. So, why are we mad? Why are we angry? I don't like them. I hate them. I hate getting. And the thing is, people are, I say this before. I hate getting knifed, but it's just like, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I don't care. I don't like getting killed in Call of Duty. So there, bam. It just allows me to get my frustrations and angers out. So the reason why I brought the fact up that I am not an employee of Activision is the fact that I'm going to go there, but if I play it, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to just be like, I don't think this is going to be good. But if I play it and think it's going to be great, it might be. One thing that always is an issue, right? Every year, they always have these YouTubers. I think it's pretty cool that I get to be one of those guys that go out and they get to, get hands-on experience with the game, right? But the thing is that they play it on a LAN, like a local area network, okay? And the reason why I bring that up is because Call of Duty, an online Call of Duty experience with randoms is completely different than a LAN match between, a bunch of YouTubers. It's completely different. You may be able to get the fundamentals of the game down or whatever, but it's completely oddball different. And that's, so I don't really think that's a very good indication of how the game is going to play. I was going to speed this up, but then I decided I wanted to show you this. I thought this was absolutely ridiculous, not me picking my classes. But he throws the C4 sandwich, and he gets one, and then he decides he didn't want to get that guy. Maybe that guy had flak jacket. Everything has a counter, but I don't want to be countering all the time. That's my complaint about things. I don't want to be countering everything all the time. There's so many different things to worry about. And do you think Call of Duties have become too complicated? Or do you think that that's just natural for the evolution? Catch that tomahawk. And what are you doing on top of that car? Sit down, buddy. So, yeah, do you think Call of Duty has become too complicated? Or do you think that's just the natural progression of a game? Are you excited for Ghost? Or do you feel that it's not going to be good? That's kind of a silly question because you haven't played it yet. And when I get my hands on it, I will definitely let you know my thoughts, my feelings on it, and I'm, in the meantime, can't wait to play some Grand Theft Auto 5. It's good times, guys. Good effing times. So, I'm going to leave you with this final kill cam. Nothing impressive. Nice little stab actions in the search and destroys on the Black Ops 2. T Martin is super excited for Ghost. Really excited for Grand Theft Auto 5. I love you. Peace and Bud Grace. So sometimes people ask the question, Blade, why don't you do, how come, like, it'll be like, Blade, it's Sunday, where's the Sunday Chill commentary? I don't put one out because I don't want to put out a crappy one. I don't want to force it. Most of the time, I'm up for it, but sometimes it's life gets in the way, and I don't do them. So if there's ever a time when there's not a Sunday Chill commentary for that day, I apologize, but I don't want to put out crap. If you look back at all my Sunday Chill commentaries, I think that they're all good. There's not one that I'm like ashamed of or I think it sucks. And half the time when I think a Sunday commentary sucks, some of those end up being my most well-received ones. Another question that people ask me is, Blade, why'd you move to Buffalo? And if you didn't know, I was filming a show called The Bad Kid Podcast. Me and DJ Keemstar and Scott Kid Martin, who's now my roommate, we had this awesome show going, and it fell through. We kept on losing channels. Scott doesn't get along with Keem, and please don't spam Scott about that. I'm not saying that to make you spam him. I'm literally saying please don't spam him about that because I have to hear about it. So, anyways, that's why I moved. Also, I like to travel. This YouTube, I've gone to about 10 or 15 different things through YouTube that with traveling. Gone to several PAX, MLG. I've gone to went to LA a couple times for one of them was for Dance On, and the other one was for a couple times for the Billionaires Challenge. So this YouTube was pretty cool because it allowed me to travel. Now, when I do a commentary, the reason why I think a lot of people like my commentaries is because they like my point of view and they like my life experience. The problem is that I'm not really experiencing life right now. Kind of stagnant, kind of lost. And I actually am really excited because I get to go to the Call of Duty Ghost reveal. So I get to get in a plane and I get to go to California for a couple days and come on right back. So I always love stuff like that. I like traveling. There's a movie, people always say, Blade, you're always really good at recommending movies. Here's a great movie. It's, you kind of have to be in the right headspace for it, but there's a movie with George Clooney, and he's like addicted to traveling. Like he flies like a million miles or some crazy number like that. And he goes places and he like fires people. And check that movie out. It's about him as a traveling person. I used to work for Best Buy for the Think Out Projects team. We used to travel for that. I like that. I think traveling helps your soul a little bit, you know? And I think just to stay in one place your entire life, fuck that, you know? So that's why I decided, even though I lived in Seattle my whole life, that's why I decided to travel. The problem is that the destination sucks. If you're from Buffalo, it's not that... So Buffalo might not suck to you, but that's because that's the only thing you know. If you don't have family out here, and you've lived somewhere else, Buffalo's trash. I'm sorry. It's cheap. That's definitely a thing. It's definitely cheap because no one wants to actually live here. So I'm not here to bash on Buffalo. I just don't care for it. I've lived in a real city before. I've lived in Seattle, in Kirkland, and Bellevue. And those are like legitimate cities that I'm proud to say that I'm from. And if I could erase my Buffalo experience, I would. Fuck snow. Anyways, this isn't a bashing Buffalo thing. Last night, I went to the bar. Didn't get too wasted, but I got kind of buzzed. And because when I got to that point where I was like, you know what? I could probably drive home just fine, but I'm not going to. I am intoxicated enough that I think that if I were to get pulled over, I would get a DUI. And also, that's not cool because driving drunk is like a super duper selfish thing. I know No comments saying, Blade, you missed that guy. How'd you miss him on the VSAT? You're bad. You're bad at Call of Duty, Blade. I care. So the bouncer gave me a ride home. I woke up and Scott was at a family reunion. So I had no way to get to the bar. I could walk, but who wants to do that? Or I can call up some people. But the thing is, I don't really know too many people out here. And I could have had my landlord do it, but my landlord's like a husband and wife, and the wife's like 8 months pregnant, and the husband has look in his eyes like his fun years are over kind of thing. So I wouldn't want to like rub it in his face that, hey, I went out, I don't have no responsibility, so I went out and got wasted last night. Can you give me a ride in my car? It's just I don't want to do that. So I walked, put on my headphones, and I walked. And one thing about walking is I thought about punching in, like, to find out how far it is. But then I was like, you know what? I know where it is. If I know the distance, it's not going to change the fact that I still need to take those steps. So I was like, I'm just going to walk until I get there. And that's what I did. I walked until I got to my car, and it wasn't there. It just happened to be in, like, the Denny's parking lot next to it, Which I was like, but at first I was like freaking out, like, oh my god, my car's not there, like that's the last thing I need right now is to not have my car. Like if my car got stolen or towed or something. Anyways, but it got me to thinking, man. I didn't really care about how long it was going to take or how far away it was going to be. Eventually, I would have gotten there, no matter what, right? When I play Call of Duty and I go through, if it's not Call of Duty that makes you do insane things in order for perks or whatever, then, like Black Ops 2, I went to 10th Prestige. I enjoyed myself the whole time, and eventually I got there. Eventually, if you just do something long enough, eventually you'll get there, you'll get it done, right? So I was thinking, like, man, I want to travel, and I want to experience things. I started thinking about ways that I could do that and incorporate you guys with it, And I came up with the idea about walking from Buffalo to Seattle, doing fan meetups along the way. If some viewers are cool enough, let me crash there. But think about this. Putting all of my stuff in storage up here, right? Putting my stuff in storage. I don't know where I'd leave my car, but I would leave my car here somehow. And I would just start walking from Buffalo to Seattle. It might take me forever, but, think about the experiences that I could, think about the people that I can meet and how awesome of a journey. I looked it up. Only about 70 people of all time have ever walked across America, documented, according to Google. So to be able to say, I used to think it was cool to say, hey, I got to 10th Prestige knifing only, or no shots fired. I thought that was pretty cool. But that's cool in, the Call of Duty world. But, imagine if I would be able to say, hey, I literally walked from one side of the country to the other. I went from New York and dipped my toes in the Pacific Ocean. That'd be an awesome experience. If Call of Duty Go sucks, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Even if it doesn't, I still think I'm doing it. I pretty much already made up my mind. I'm doing it. What are your thoughts? Peace and butt grease. It's 2013, pimpin'. Why? I never advocated nuke boosting, but come on. It's 2013. Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Ghost is about to be out, and you're still back there doing that. Nuke boosting on Underpass? Really? Come on, man. And why was there no Moab boosting? Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't understand the psyche of someone who needs to nuke boost for what? I don't get it. But that was a kind of an enjoyable thing, was finding people in the grass, unzipping their pants, and you know what I wish I could do? I wish that I think that a condom wrap dick slap would be appropriate. And what I mean by that is like I want to dick slap him across the face, but like I'm not an animal, okay? I'm not some gross human being with no feelings. So like I think if I were to dick slap that person, I'd probably just have a condom on. I'm thinking about just having a condom on at all times, so that if a dick slapping needs to happen, it's clean, you know? You can't really be mad if you got okay. So here's the options. Let's say you had to be dick slapped. Like you were just doing something that deserved dick slappage, all right? Would you rather get dick slapped raw dog, or would you rather get dick slapped with someone who had the common courtesy and decency to put a condom on? I think you go with the condom. So, and if you're not, you're an animal. So, just trying to be better. That's all. I'm just trying to be clean. And that's good of both worlds, you know what I mean? That's good. What the fuck? Don't know why I went on that rant. But anyways, if you want tips and tricks on how to be good at Call of Duty Ghost, I'm going to give you a couple right now. This is the insider info right here. Here's how it works. When the game comes out, buy it, put it in your game system, and play it. Watch the kill cam, see what people are using, experiment with perks, and I guarantee you by the end of the weekend you will know the game and you will have fun with it, and that's how you get better at Call of Duty. You're not going to get better at Call of Duty by watching some guy on YouTube who hasn't played the game give you tips. I haven't played the game. The reason why I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 is I wanted to play Infinity Ward game to kind of get used to the similarity, because Ghost, well, I'm assuming Ghost is going to be more similar to Modern Warfare 3 than it is going to be to Black Ops 2. See what I'm saying? So, sit down. So, there's my tips. There's my tricks. Also, you may be going, but why don't you play Modern Warfare 3? I didn't really care for Modern Warfare 3. I thought Modern Warfare 3 was not a fun game. And part of it was because I wasn't really good at it. And that might be because there was weapon balance, or it could have just been a bad game. I don't know. It's tough to say when a game is bad and when you're not good at it. That's a real tough thing. Like most of the time, if you do really, really well in a game, you're gonna be like, this game's great. Yeah, it's great because you like it. So I have a tough time saying if Modern Warfare Trace was a good. Actually, no, it's a bad game. I think it is a bad game. I've never heard anybody be like, this was great. Like, it's just, well, whatever, you know. They tried to make Modern Warfare 2.1, but it didn't quite work. Think about that. Everyone was always saying, hey, listen, if we took Modern Warfare 2 and we took out the commando and we took out the noob tubes, then it'd be great, right? And then they did that, and sort of, and then added some weird things, and it just wasn't, and I don't know. So, there you go. So I decided to come back and play some Modern Warfare 2, played it for a little bit, and one thing that I did experience was this awesome clutch, so I'm just going to let you listen to the game sound.
It's all up to you now. We're counting on you. UAV recon ready for deployment. UAV online.
So you thought that I was going to show you a clutch, and I think that one thing that the competitive scene has over the pub stomping scene, I guess you should say, is that when you're watching a game, you don't know what's actually going to happen. I kind of just did that with you. You thought that I was going to clutch it, but I didn't, and it was kind of exciting to see how it played out. And so that's one thing that the competitive scene has on the pro scene. I will admit that. I watched this video of like these competitive people playing against Hastro's team, and they were talking hella shit. And I'm all for some good shit talking, but like they just look like dumpster baby rejects, you know? And my hat's off to Hastro, because I probably would have got up and... Let me know in the comments, do you think that those guys deserve a condom dick slap or a raw dog dick slap? Let me know. Because those guys are acting like fucking fags. Like, those are really just punks. And I know they wouldn't act like that in the real. And then also, the one dude, I feel bad for the one dude, because the one dude, he's famous for showing his ass crack during the stream. That's what you're known for the rest of your life, is showing your ass crack during an MLG event. So it's nothing but downhill from there. I'm not talking shit to him. I'm just saying how it is. Those guys are fucking losers. And my hat's off to Hastro for not stooping down to his level, because I probably would have hit him. So that's just me. I don't know. Drama alert. Fruitcakes. Video on the left is me talking about going to multiplayer reveal. Video on the right is me talking about collegiate athletes being paid. My second channel, my main channel, my Twitter, my Facebook, all that good stuff. I love you guys. Thumbs up favorites are appreciated. Peace and butt grease.
Kill confirmed. Time to clock in. Mission is a go. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Kill denied. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Stealth chopper awaiting orders.
Gun down, stand by.
Kill confirmed. Orbital VSAT online. Kill denied. Warthog awaiting orders.
So inconsistent. Sometimes you go into a game and get a Warthog in like 35 seconds. And then sometimes you go into games and you get shitted on. Bam. What? I hate that. I got so flustered from that I decided that I'm gonna dolphin dive into the water, and I don't dolphin dive, and I fail, and there you go, bam. Also, new rule I found out, that is, if you are one off of VSAT, that will happen. It just that's how things happen in this game. I don't know what it is. This is a nice little streak, one off the VSAT, and I fail. Guys, I read the comments, and a lot of times I'm just like, what are you talking about? I love this game. Like, I love Black Ops 2, and a lot of people are like, how can you love this game? This is horrible. So I was like, you know what? I only knife. Let me go on and let me get some shooting. Let me get triple kills. And I'll just slurp up all those tags like the bottom of a slushie. And then, because I'm so close to a VSAT, let's get murdered. Deal? Deal. Okay, that's just how it works. I wanted to experience what you guys are talking about. And holy hit marker, Batman, I did. The only thing I can say is inconsistency, and also it takes a little bit of time to find the setup that you like. I found it, for me, I like using the Peacekeeper with fast hands and, what is it called? Not fast hands, the sleight of hand thing, and silencer. Lightweight, marathon, scavenger to replenish, and hardline, just so I can recycle my VSATs faster. So these are just some nice VSAT streaks that I wanted to give to you. Sometimes this game acts amazing, and then a lot of times this game doesn't. So I guess this is like an actual review. Sit down, buddy. I guess this is an actual review of Black Ops 2, because I haven't really played Black Ops 2 like a normal person yet. The knifing in the game with the ballistic knife is so satisfactory And I've just been doing the Only Use Me Blade stuff for as long as I've been doing it, that I haven't decided to make that transition and do a little bit of shooting to get well versed in the shooting, you know? And now that I've done it, holy hit marker Batman, I feel you, dog. I feel you. I read these comments and people are just like, this game sucks, I don't like it, this and that. And I'm just like, you're crazy. But after playing it for a while, I could see how it could be frustrating. But the only suggestion I can make if you don't like this game is to just find a setup you like, and also just double kill, and just realize that it's a game. So sometimes the game's gonna shit on you, and sometimes you're gonna shit on other people, and just be chill about it. And a lot of it is just finding that setup that works for you and lower your streaks, man. Like, I don't know how many times I'll be in search and destroy games and people will have Swarm on. I'm like, why do you have Swarm on in a search and destroy game? So I know this is a little stupid because the game's prime time life cycle is almost over, but it's kind of crazy that I've been doing the knife only thing for so long that now I get to I have the knowledge of the maps from running around knifing only, and now it feels like I'm cheating. Like when I use a gun, like right here, I felt like I was cheating. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird dichotomy? Like, it's not me being at a disadvantage when I'm on my knife account. It's me cheating and feeling like I'm OP when I'm on my shooting account, if that kind of makes sense. Guys, I'm T. Martin, super excited for Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer premiere thing. I got an email saying that I'm allowed to say this. It's something I've known for a while. Hey, you know what? Let's bust out the combat knife. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's a tip for you. If you have a knife and you want to rush someone, do it like that. Just be elusive. Be elusive! I found out that they are going to allow me to record Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, and they are so kind as to not burn down my channel if I upload it. So I think Thursday, I actually get to upload Call of Duty multiplayer Ghost footage. And I'm not sure who else is going to do it, but that's sure going to be an awesome thing. You guys get to see that. And just so you know, I'm going to probably just be shooting. And then if I can get some cool little knife streaks or whatever, I'll do that as well. But if you guys want to see Call of Duty Ghost stuff, and this is my one chance to do it, I'm going to do some shooting for you as well. So just letting you know that I care about you. If you care about me, you don't even have to care about me. If you just enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. I'm Only Use Me Blade. Peace and butt grease. I think that's my third VSAT. I thought that was pretty cool that we got the little string of VSATs going. And also, if you missed the last two videos, the links to them are on the screen. Bam. Peace and butt grease. Bye. Call of Duty Ghost. I know that your sub boxes have probably been spammed, but this is Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer knife only action, actually played by Only Use Me Blade. Bam! So I didn't know that there was going to be so many people that got the luxury and opportunity to record. So initially I was going to go down there and do some shooting, but I figured that your sub boxes have gotten spammed with nothing but just the normal Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer footage. And that's cool. You get to see the game, what's kind of going on. But I decided just to do knifing because that's what I'm good at. And kind of share it with you. I have some limitations on how much I can upload. And so I just took some streaks and some clips. And also I had an insanely ham game that will never be seen. And I'll explain that to you kind of in a minute. So my first initial... So just so you know what we had to work with, we were working with a Xbox One version with limited things that you could do, i.e. there wasn't things weren't unlocked, there was no aim assist, which was actually really good. One thing that you have to know is that when we were playing, there was a combination of commentators and pro players. So when I was playing at the tables where you can do the recording, we were playing against nothing but good people. So that kind of made it, you know me, I like to knife noobs, and it's kind of hard to knife noobs when everyone's either a commentator or a pro player. Sit down. The knifing. So a lot of people want to know about the knifing. Rumor has it that there will be a tack knife, which is good. There's not a ballistic knife. Ballistic knife is more of a Treyarch situation. There will be a tack knife, and also the knifing animation is cool and all, but it's kind of annoying for the simple fact, like, let's see, when you go up to somebody, a lot of times you grab them and knife them. There's not like this blind swinging. Knifing is not going to be OP at all in this game. Later on, I actually included some footage of me attempting to knife somebody, and I was relatively close, and it didn't connect. It's hard to say how the game will play based off of my experience with this. This right here there's not a nuke. It's called the Odin Strike, and pretty much what happens is in certain game types, when you kill the top player, you get field orders. If you follow the field orders, they give you a care package. If you call the care package in and get it, it's like a little mini nuke or whatever. It's pretty cool. I like it. It seems a little weird to add something that kills everybody. Sit down. Something that kills everybody from doing something fairly simple. And get pushed off. So a lot of this is just kind of showing you that. Let me kind of tell you about two things that made me sad from this, right? I'm not going to say her name, but there was, oh, that's right there. That kind of shows you that the range isn't crazy. And this is obviously, we're playing, next to each other, so the connection isn't really an issue. Get off me, boy. So, two things that made me sad. So, I was sitting there, and one of the computers was having technical issues. And so, the tech guy comes up to this girl who's trying to sit down and play and record, and goes, hey, this computer's kind of out of commission. You can still play the game, and then once this game's over, we'll switch people out, and I'll get you on a computer that can record. But for this game right here, you won't be able to record, but you can still enjoy and play the game. And you know what she said? She's like, nah, I'm good. And she got up and left. And I'm thinking, like, I understand that you want to be able to, if you have the opportunity, you want to be able to record your footage, obviously, and share it with your people on YouTube. But at the same time, I'm just like, if you're here, you know how many people would kill to be in your position to play this game early? You know how many people would love to play Call of Duty early? And you are just, and you're like, nah, I'm cool. If I can't record, I don't want to play it. That's insane to me. Also, I had, after near the end of the day, a lot of the pro guys and commentator guys had left, but I was still there, still trying to play because I'm kind of a Call of Duty junkie. And as I was there, I ended up playing against a bunch of people from the press. And those guys suck. Those guys were horrible. I went on a 20 kill streak. I got the Maniac Juggernaut kill suit thing, which is awesome. I'm definitely going to run that every time I play it when the game comes out. And I was super pumped, like insanely excited. And I was not only excited because I wanted to upload it, but I was more excited for the ability to rewatch that, because for those 5 minutes of when I was playing, I was so in the zone, and it's an outer body of experience that, like, going that ham in a video game, I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it's like, it only happens every so often. And I wasn't even mad that I was mad that I can't upload it to you guys, but I'm also mad that I don't get to relive that. And so I'm trying different things. I'm trying to see if they can somehow retrieve it. I don't know, but I think it's gone forever. I'm sure there's going to be more Call of Duty Ghost ham moments, but like, it was just a perfect situation. Playing against noobs, playing on a good connection, went absolutely insanely ham. Got that. The Maniac knife streak thing is awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, it's like a jug suit with 300% health. You're faster and you knife only, so it's like a perk made for me. If you guys have seen this Wondershare, when we recorded, a lot of times they record in different formats, so I had to convert it and they put a watermark on it, so I apologize for that. Sit down! So that is my Call of Duty Ghost actual online footage. When Ghost comes out, definitely check it out. I'm ONLYUSeBLADE. I only knife people when I stab them. I love you guys. If you guys can like the video, that'd be sweet. Peace and butt grease. Get over here, buddy. Alright, guys. Love you. Bye. What's up, guys? ONLYUSeBLADE. And this is Ducktails. Woohoo! Ba-ba. If you don't... Alright, I'm just giving you a pre-warning. I'm telling you, but I'm also explaining to you that there's a positive side. Nostalgia stuff is really cool. Just because you don't get my nostalgia, the only thing that means is that we were born at different dates. That's all. So if I say DuckTales woohoo and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you not hip or whatever. It just makes you means that you were born much later in, you know, in the timeline of the world than I was. That's all. But I love DuckTales. DuckTales is an old school cartoon they made into a game on the old systems, and they recently remade it for the PS2. It might be available for other systems. I do not know. I got it from Sony, and it was a cool little arrangement. They give me the game free, and, you know, I make a video on it. So I'm being upfront with you, that is a promotional thing, but also at the same time, I wouldn't promote it if I didn't dig it. So it's not a live commentary. This is obviously a post commentary because I want to just chill with you guys and use this as the backdrop. But if you're interested in the DuckTales, woohoo! Just, you have to say it like that. Because if you don't say it like that, you're not cool. If you're interested in it, you can actually check out the link in the description. Bam. So I love nostalgia stuff, but at the same time, I realize that the nostalgia stuff might not makes for bad connections. But also at the same time, things repeat themselves, and a version of that nostalgia will kind of come through. I'll give you a good example, okay? So a lot of people, I've talked to girls before. Like, I've been talking to girls, like, at the club, you know? I'm talking to them, we're chilling, whatever, and then, like, a song comes up, and I remember one time this girl didn't know who Tupac was. And I'm just like, oh my God, you don't know who Tupac is? Are you serious? That's insane to me. Like, to me, that's like, you should know who Pac is. You should just know. But she was born in 93, so it was, no, was she born in 93? I think she was born in 92. She was born in 92, but she didn't know who Pac was. And that makes sense because when Pac died, she was 4. So, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's excusable that you don't know who Pac is, you young, stupid bitch. But, so, like, with nostalgia, like, if I said DuckTales, woohoo, and you didn't get it, that doesn't make you not cool. That just means you're born in a later time. I love all the nostalgia stuff, but also at the same time, there's this thing, I like how they're starting to make games, remake old games, because it's like, I like how they did it with the DuckTales game here, because it's literally the same formula and same everything as the old school games, but with like HD graphics. So, I don't know, I dig it. There was, like, I'll give you an example of like nostalgia things. Like, so I was in a group when I was at this Call of Duty Ghost thing, and they were talking about this Kendrick Lamar verse, and in this verse, he basically was talking about how he is going to be better and is going to make all the other rappers that are on his level as far as fame and like level of respect in the rap industry. He's going to make all these current guys like make their fans not even listen to him anymore, you know? And they were talking about how this is a crazy verse, man. Like, and I started talking about, you know, other rap beefs that have happened. This wasn't really a rap beef. This was my personal opinion on the Kendrick Lamar verse is this. He didn't diss anybody that he named. In a way, he dissed people that he didn't name. Does that make sense? Because he's basically saying, you guys are my competition, so I'm trying to murder you. Not actually literally kill them. I think we're at enough of a hip-hop sense now that we know that not actually trying to murder them, like kill them. He's trying to kill their career by being so good that they have to step their game up if they even want to try to compete with him. So that's my take on it. Like, even the person, like, one of the people he names is, like, it's his song. Big Sean, it's his song. And, you know, Big Sean was like, I don't care. Like, I'm glad to be named in that. Like, it's such a awesome record. But the reason why I'm even bringing that up is because they were talking about that, and then I referred to the Cannabis record. Now, the Cannabis, Can I Bust, that's how you say it or whatever, he was awesome. He was awesome, you know? He had a record. He was like up and coming rapper, right? And he got put on this record this was like when DMX was like first coming out, right? Like DMX was like unknown, right? And it was LL Cool J, back when LL Cool J was like not an actor. It was LL Cool J, I think Method Man Redman was on it. I'm not positive about that. DMX and Cannabis, right? So in the song, Cannabis says, "Let me borrow that mic off your arm," right? And so it was this weird thing where it was a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding between LL Cool J and Cannabis, right? So as much as you guys would like to think rappers, they don't necessarily like go to the studio and do the songs together. Okay? A lot of times what they'll do is they'll send them the beat. They might send them what they've already done, send them the beat, and then the other person will rap, and then they'll send it, email it back over, and they'll put it through. Not all rappers do it like that. I think it's better when they actually get, in the zone together, you know what I mean? But whatever. A lot of times rappers don't necessarily like travel around just to do one song. It's just not, it just doesn't make sense. So Cannabis sends him the song, sends him the song to LL Cool J. LL Cool J took offense to it. So on that own track, he like turns it into a battle rap to Cannabis, right? And so there's all these tracks back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I think Cannabis won that one if you wanted me to be a judge, but it's one of those situations like, let's say there was a commentator that didn't like, I'll say T-Mart, for example, even though I'm friends with T-Mart. Let's say someone, a small commentator, got into a altercation, beef, or a battle with T-Mart. I don't think T-Mart would respond, but like, let's say he did, right? T-Mart's going to win it no matter what. And the reason why is not because of the merit of what he says. Even if he says what his merit is good, the actual reason why T-Mart would win an argument versus an up-and-coming YouTube channel is because of the loyalty of the fans. That's simple as that. And that's not T-Mart's fault. That in this hypothetical situation, T-Mart can be completely wrong. And the other guy can be completely right, but it doesn't matter because T-Mart's been around longer. So if you were not a rap listener or whatever, and you listen to the Cannabis versus LL Cool J situation, so like you would say Cannabis won. But Cannabis was a newcomer to the scene. He was like this newcomer to the scene that no one had ever heard of. If you were to look at it objectively, you'd be like, Cannabis won. But if you were like, had been in the hip hop scene for a long time, you would look at it and say, LL Cool J won that thing. But he didn't, though. It's just that we have this blind association to people that have been around longer. And I understand the whole respect your elders thing, but doesn't make them right. Okay? The reason why I say that is just because someone has been doing it longer than you, they probably know more than you, but don't let them think they can be assholes about it. Does that kind of make sense? Like, I hate fucking 50-year-old people that think that they got to 50 and they think, oh, I'm 50. You have to listen to me because I have more life experience or whatever. I'm like, I get that, but it doesn't mean that's not a pass to be an asshole. So, don't know why I went on a rant about 50-year-olds that feel like they have things coming to them. But the reason why I brought up the whole Cannabis thing is because, like, a lot of these people, the people that I was in this conversation with were younger, and they didn't know this whole Cannabis versus LL Cool J rap battle and why I was even talking about it. The reason why I was talking about it is because it was literally about a major rap beef that happens between two people on the same song. And it wasn't even intentional. Now, from what I've seen, all the rappers that he named have responded, but they've all been in the spirit of battle rapping. It's like, I'm not actually going to kill you, but in the spirit of competition, just like, when these pro Call of Duty players, this is a good analogy, when these pro Call of Duty players are playing each other, that doesn't mean they actually want to kill each other. They're competitive. Same thing in the rap. It's a competitive thing, So I have an issue, partly because, like, I used to stay up late at night, kind of going along the same idea of the nostalgia thing, and I used to watch Nick at Night. My shows that I watched on Nick at Night was, what was it? It was really Alfred Hitchcock Presents was my go-to show. I watched Get Smart. A little bit of fun fact, the first episode of Get Smart's in black and white. That's how old that show is. Nick at Night was a thing where at night they show old TV shows. And I'm a little pissed now because now they're showing I think that window of how old the show is to it being Nick at Night level material, they're starting to show Nick at Night on Nick at Night, they're starting to show shows that I watched as a kid in real time, like when it was live episodes. They're starting to show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Nick at Night. And I'm like, fuck. You can't show us on Nick at Night. They're starting to show, what is it called? Family Ties. I watched Family Ties all the time on Nick at Night when I was, I watched Family Ties when it was live when I was a little kid, They started to show Cheers. I remember watching Cheers and Frasier, like, on Nick at, not on Nick at Night, but like live. So to see stuff on Nick at Night, when I was a kid, they used to show Alfred Hitchcock Presents and I Love Lucy and F Troop and these shows that were in black and white that, they were new to me, but they were the old classics, the Dick Van Dyke Show, Dobie fucking Gillis. I do not know why I watched that show. The only thing I could tell about that show is that there was this dude and his friend was like a stoner and he really liked this one girl. And I think there was another girl that was like busted but liked her too. But she was like friend-zoned it or something. And it was in black and white. It was called Dobie Gillis. Maynard G. Krebs was Dobie Gillis's stoner friend of the show. And in my mind, when you talk about like typecasting or whatever, in my mind, everyone would ever see Maynard G. Krebs, the dude from Dobie Gillis, right? He was Gilligan. He was Gilligan on Gilligan's Island, show I never got into, never watched, right? Because I think that's stupid. Like, if you're on a boat tour, you get lost, you can find your way back, dumb people. But it was a show, whatever. Anyway, so when I think of that character from what is it called? From Dobie Gillis, Maynard G. Krebs, the guy from Gilligan's Island, I think of the guy from Dobie Gillis, not the guy from, Gilligan's Island. It's kind of the same thing, and that's a tough thing. This is typecasting. Typecasting is a thing where you play a role, and you, to that person, you are so synonymous, to the viewer, you are so synonymous with that role, that if you try to venture out and play other roles, tough. Too bad. We look at you like that. Okay? I'll give you a good example. I didn't start watching Entourage when it first came out. I started watching Entourage when about season 4 or 5. I said, fuck it, let me get into this. I got into it and I loved it. And then I ended up going back and watching all the old shows. One of the main reasons why I did not watch Entourage was because of Eric's character. There was a show called Unhappily Ever After. Unhappily Ever After starred Nikki Cox, who was fine as fuck. I don't know what it is. I love all women, but for some reason, there's a special place in my heart for fucking redheads. I don't get it. I don't know why. I think Christina Hendricks is probably the finest woman alive, next to she's not as fine as Dominica Poison, but like she's fine. Like, oh my god. And then as a kid, I remember watching Unhappily Ever After. Now, Unhappily Ever After is an awesome show. Google it, whatever, I don't know. Unhappily Ever After was the shit. And a lot of people said it was a remake or like a blatant ripoff of Married with Children. Now, Married with Children, I wasn't allowed to watch as a child. So, I don't know. I love the show, and I thought Nikki Cox was fucking fine. And for some reason, she wasn't as fine as she got older. I don't know what it was. Like, it was like her titties, like her titties started like doing meth or something. I don't know what the situation is. Like, she was cool in Las Vegas in the beginning, but whatever. Anyways, so on that show, the kids on the show, the brothers on the show, one of them ended up being on Malcolm in the Middle, and then the oldest brother on Malcolm in the Middle, and then he was the youngest brother on Unhappily Ever After, and then Eric from Entourage was the kid on the show, right? So when I would watch Entourage, I'd be like, I can't take you seriously, bro. You're Nikki Cox's little annoying brother. Fuck off, But then as I gave Entourage a chance, he repainted that. He repainted that typecast. Okay? The people that are in Star Wars, they can't do anything outside of Star Wars because it's like, you're in Star Wars, dude. Like, I'm trying to think of some other situation. Typecasting is a thing that happens when someone plays an extremely strong role that like goes with you. A good example, the black guy in a wheelchair from the show Oz. To this day, people come up to him on the street and go, "Holy shit, did you get a surgery or something? Because you are walking now." Because they think he was literally in a wheelchair, you know? That, to me, that guy's been in all kinds of shows. Another guy from the show Oz, ADDBLOCK, I've seen him in all kinds of shit after Oz. I'm like, you're at a fucking BC. The Ryan O'Reilly on Oz. If you guys seen the commercials for, I think it's Allstate or Progressive, it's one of the insurance commercials where he's like, "I'm a girl and I text while I drive." He like crashes Cadillacs and shit like that. That guy, that's Ryan O'Reilly. That is one of the O'Reilly brothers from Oz. And so whenever a show is so tightly that you make a connection with, whenever those actors go and do other things, it's like, nope, sorry, you're this person to me. I don't know. A lot of times people say, "Hey, Blade, you should knife only," or not, you shouldn't knife only, you should just do this. But like, I know it sounds weird. I feel that that's what makes me different besides my personality. You know, like my personality is that, like, I can't let anybody borrow that or whatever. No one can mimic that. And you guys love that too, but at the same time, like, as far as like what's on the screen, that it needs to be. That's why I decided when I went to the Call of Duty Ghost event that I needed to do this. So I needed to knife only because I thought, you know, everyone's gonna be posting footage. I'll let them post up stuff of them using SMGs and sniper rifles and kill streaks and stuff like that. Let me just knife people. And okay, so I didn't really have a chance in the short window of time to talk about this, but I'll talk about it real quick. Basically, when I was there, we played in these booths, right? And when we were playing, we got to play different, you know, we got to play the games, and we got to play 3 different maps, and we had like 6 kill streaks, and I was playing against like Nadeshot and guys from Envy and then commentators and all, you know, they're good. All of them were good players. So I wasn't exactly like going ham. You know what I mean? Like if I was in a lobby with them, I have no shame in admitting this, I would have just quit out. I just would have been like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to do it, you know? So near the end of the day, people started kind of like branching off and like, you know, going back to the hotel and stuff like that, and we were still available till 6, so people were still playing, and I was like, okay. So I go up to the guy, I'm like, "Hey, can I get in? And the guy was like, "Yeah, you're cool, I can get you in." And then he's like, "Listen, I might be able to get you in for the last like session." I was like, "All right." But he's like, "But I'm supposed to let these the review people, like the people, the press, people that write blogs, people that write short blurbs in magazines, like people that, you know, for the US Times or whatever, like people that are in the press, not the Call of Duty gamer people, but like press people, to be able to get their hands on it, right?" And I was like, that's awesome, because in my mind, I'm like, those people suck, okay? Johnny Apple MacBook Pro nerd dude is not going to be good at Call of Duty. I just know this for a fact, and I'm excited. So I'm thinking, this is the greatest thing ever. Not only am I getting to be able to play Ghost and record it for my viewers, but it's not going to be against the tryhards and the commentators. It's going to be against noobs. I found a noob lobby. This is awesome. And so here's how it worked out. So we got the people playing, the people at press played, and they all played like one game. And then I was like, fuck, I did really well that game. And then the next game, we had to like get people from the stands. Like, "Hey, do you want to play?" They're like, "I played all day." I'm like, "Come on, play. We just need a couple more people in order to make this game happen," because people were starting to, you know, thread out at that point. So we got some people to play, and as I play, I went ham. So let me just quickly explain it. So the kill streaks that they give you to set up is like a thing that calls in a UAV. A dog at 5, and then at 9 there's a thing called the Maniac. Maniac is a jug suit that you run around with, okay? And you knife only. So you're really fast, your health is like 300%, and you only have a knife. and it has pretty good range, right? And everyone was talking about it throughout the day. They're like, Blade, you should get the Maniac. You're going to love that. Blade, get the Maniac. And I'm like, hey, that'd be sweet. How about you not drop shot me? And I might be able to get it there, buddy. But when I was playing against these bad players, I got the Maniac kill streak at 9 and went ham. I'm talking like I was in the fucking zone. First off, it's EA Sports, it's in the game. I was in the fucking game. And each knife afterwards, like as I'd run up on somebody, I would knife them. And then I was playing this game type called Cranked. Now what Cranked is you get a kill, and then if the then the 30-second timer starts, right? And in order to live, you have to kill someone within 30 seconds. If your timer goes down to 0, you blow up, right? And so when you can't camp, you can't camp. So when you kill someone, it goes to 30 seconds. You got to kill someone again, it goes to 30 seconds. So if you go, like I just said, if you go 30 seconds, you're gonna die. Now, I'm talking like I was at 8 kills, right? And I was running around and I was trying to find someone, and there was about 12 seconds left. I see a dude, I start running at the dude, and my fucking teammate shoots him from behind me. And I'm like, fuck! Holy shit. But I'm in that mode of like, gotta get a kill. And I fucking turn this corner, see this dude start walking in, I run at him, and I'm not joking. I'm not trying to make this for a dramatic effect, but I knife this dude with about, I'd say, a second left, like literally it was like 1 second left. It might have gone into the 0.08, 0.07 shot clock cheese, but I got him, right? So I got him, and I'm like, and then it says Maniac kill streak or whatever. Throw down the care package. As I throw down the care package, I'm like, well, these people are going to come after it. So I throw down the care package, wait, someone comes, I knife him like 17 seconds left. Get the Maniac care package, and I go to town for the rest of the game. I'm talking like, I can't be touched. You are Super Saiyan, you are immortal. And it was like, as I was doing this, I didn't realize this, but I was actually standing up. I was so amped that I was actually standing, like I had so much energy in me that I actually stood up and was looking down at the screen like a god, and went through and was just murdering everything. And like, it got to the point where I was taking chances I shouldn't have taken, because my Call of Duty confidence was so fucking high. And then I finished the game with a stab, and I gotten like a 20 kill streak. I went something like 30, 33, 34, and 7, but like all my deaths were earlier on in the game. Like I went absolutely fucking ham. Insane. I was like, let's fucking go. Like, now I understand, like, when these competitive players, when they play and they get a match and they start screaming, like, let's go, oh, like that. I get it, because, like, for that moment, for that time, I didn't know what was going on around me, okay? I didn't realize that there were people that were behind me while I was at the stage watching. Drifter, I want Drifter to do a commentary about him witnessing me play that game, because I want his point of view on it, because he was like, holy shit, because Drifter actually like witnessed it like secondhand, you know what I mean, like he witnessed it like from the crowd or whatever. And I think I was so excited that I ended up, like, I don't know what happened, but it wasn't on my hard drive when I got home. It wasn't. And I don't know if I recorded it to the laptop that they gave me, or I was so excited that, like on the Elgato, when you hit the record, sometimes if you hit record, what wasn't recording before, it just start recording from there. It doesn't do the backup. I don't know what happened, but I don't have it. And that makes me sad, man. And I know this is going to sound selfish, but I wasn't sad because I couldn't upload it. I was just sad that I can't relive that. I can't relive that. There's a couple games, there's a couple videos that I have on my channel that I can go back to and I could relive. I could watch it and relive. I don't care if they don't have any views on them. Like, some of them don't have shit for views. But just like, I can go back and watch that, and I can somewhat remember, like a memory of that awesome moment. And that's why I'm sad about that. I don't care that it's Call of Duty Ghost footage and like me going on a super ham knife streak. It would be epic, and it probably would got a shit ton of views. You know what I mean? It probably would have. But I'm talking about for the future. I'm talking about like the reason why I made my channel. It wasn't for YouTube fame. YouTube money didn't exist when I started. I started my channel because I used to have these super ham moments that I wanted to relive, and that's why when you like listen to the Call of Duty Ghost commentary, I'm like, I'm happy, but to be honest with you, when I got home and I couldn't get that footage, I was miserable. You shouldn't be miserable after getting an awesome event to play something like that. So, holy shit, I've been going for a while. Well, I hope I have enough Ducktails woohoo footage. I guess it's like a nice, cool little chill session. If you guys like it, like it. If you don't, don't. But this was good. This was good. So, peace and buckries.
Care package waiting for your mark. SATCOM uplink enabled. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Enemy SATCOM spotted. SATCOM spotted. Guard dog ready. Friendly SATCOM active. Mission accomplished. A good day's work.
I still forgot a knife.
Search and destroy. Eliminate the objectives. Charges acquired.
Oh, me and Blade. I did one kill. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Only. Now, that was an awesome clip, right? Can we get some thumbs up just for the clip alone? And then this amazing 16 kill search and destroy with only using me knife? Bam! Do you know what I said after that? I was like, if you're so obliged, could you please get the fuck off me? I'm a beast. Take that, take that, take that. I didn't say it like that. I was like, get the fuck off me! Ah, Hulk mode. And when you go super ham, when you're really in the zone, it's really annoying when people tell you, hey, could you maybe not be like that? It's just a game, okay? Like, I wouldn't just be like stabbing, just fucking just railing abroad. And dude, what are you doing? Why are you laying in the grass and spawn and search? How are you going to explain that stain on your shirt when we go out? Even if it's just to grab something to eat, you're going to be at the restaurant with a grass-stained shirt, and you have to explain to people, oh, I camp in Call of Duty and lay in the grass. That's why my shirt is so a green texture to it. It's like, no, you fucking loser. And also, I think, I know this is psychoanalyzing a little bit too much. So, fuck you. This is psychoanalyzing a little bit too much, but I think that people that lay in the grass in Call of Duty probably don't go out too much. I think this scenario of, you know, dudes laying in the grass, get the phone call, what's up, dude? What's going on? Man, let's go out tonight, bro. I got, it's payday. I'm having a good time. Let's go out. Let's get some cervezas. Let's get some drinks. Let's kick it. He's like, I'm laying in the grass in Call of Duty, but as soon as one or two people come by, there you are again. Fuck you. But after this game of me laying in the grass in Call of Duty, we're definitely gonna go out and be social and be normal people. Yeah, that's totally what we're gonna do. It doesn't happen. So I just assume that dude has Cheeto prints on his hairy cum-stained belly. So it's like jizz and Cheeto-ness and hairy belly. I don't know. I don't know why I think of stuff like that, but that's what literally goes through my mind. And then I go back to stabbing. So after coming back from California after playing Call of Duty Ghost, and also let me just say this: the Call of Duty Ghost thing we played probably isn't going to be the same. I know it's not going to be the same version of the release. So it's tough to say, like, do you like it? Do you think it's going to be great? I've talked about Call of Duty cycles. We are going to love it. We're going to find out what sucks about it, and then we're going to hate it. We're going to complain. Then we're going to come back. I already know the cycle. I already know. You know, let's not talk about a girl's period if we already know how the whole thing works. See what I'm saying? So, but this is the first time of me being able to play the game early. Now, imagine, I'll use a house, okay? Imagine you live in a house, and you're like, okay, I live in this house. We had some good times in this house, but it's time for me. I can't wait to move out, right? So you're, like, ready to move out, and then the realtor is like, hey, you want to go check out your new house? I'm like, yeah. Hey, buddy, go ahead and sheboygan. And I'm like, yeah, let's check out the new house. And you go and you check out the new house, and you, like, not only do you get to see the new house, you get to go in super fast, you get to kick it, you get to put your feet up on little ottomans, and you got your remote, and you're feeling good, and you're like, okay, I can see living here. I'm excited. And they're like, okay, get the fuck out of the house. But what? Get out, scram. I told you can be in the house for like 5 hours, and that's it. And so I'm like, okay. So I get out the house, and then I come back to my old house. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to be at this old house anymore. The old house was cool, but now that I know about the new house, I don't really want to be there. That's how I feel about the Black Ops 2. I just didn't really feel like playing it. Like, and that's the first time of Black Ops 2 in its history. What? Fuck you. I should have heard that guy. Got the kill, but we ended up losing the round, so that sucks. So this is the first time. I know it's been a while, but like I've actually liked Black Ops 2. But this is the first time when I was like, you know what? Even though I like it, after I got that little dip, that little dab of why is that guy still over there? Go ahead and catch that again. After I got that little, you know, that little taste of the Call of Duty Ghost, now I don't want to be in the Black Ops 2. But I got on, played the morning crew, and I think a lot of I haven't heard any kids today, so I think they're learning their ABCs and going to school. So bam, I like that. Still super fast mode. There we go. So now it's a situation, last one person left, kill this guy, I'm like, whoa, VSAT and Surge? Well, that deserves 5 thumbs up. Bam. But it was a situation where I knew I couldn't get to the bomb, I didn't want to die, and I didn't want to give the enemy team any kind of more points for possible kill streaks. I figure if you got a VSAT and Surge, the next round, that's a guaranteed win, right? So I took the L. Super fast mode through this entire round. Why am I super fast moding that? Come on, where are you? You suck. And now it is the final round, a 1v1 situation. I cut out a lot of stuff because I didn't want to bore you with trivial things. Oh, that wasn't the guy. That was a ghost. And then that guy was a viewer, so he decided to knife. If you're a viewer of mine and you see me, all I ask is just play normal, but you're going to knife anyway, so I don't even know why I say anything. Victory is mine! 16-2 in the Search and Destroy and the Black Ops 2. Excited for Ghost, but that was a grandioso performance. I do have to say so myself. And I love you guys. Peace and butt grease. I just drank a drink. Refreshing.
Yeah. need to pop open a brewski, man. I had to pop open a brewski so I can focus.
Yeah.
Focus, G. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, you say that every time, get your ass beat.
Man. Let's do this. Hurrah!
Gun game.
Come on, J-Mal.
Time to get that ass beat again.
Oh, man, I'm winning this, G.
Yeah, okay.
Watch this. Watch this, man. Watch this.
Oh, you get...
Okay, come on out. Oh, I see you. I see you.
Okay.
Oh,
Fucking
really?
bitch.
Get your son. Like these dudes are surrounding me, dude. They surrounding me. I'm paranoid. Oh, dude try to knife me. Hell no, not today. Say hello to my little friend. I'm over here losing it, man. Oh, look at this dude. Oh, get you some. What?
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man. Man, y'all cheated, dude. Cause y'all teaming up against the black man, dude. It's a conspiracy, dude. Oh! Oh! This dude is knifing, man. What's up with this dude? Who was that? YUGE? Who the hell is that? Oh! This dude is knifing and taking care of business with it. Come on, man. You on some bullshit. Told you, dog.
Only you. Somebody cut that.
Man, this dude is
Yeah,
knifing,
bitch,
man.
take that, don't be.
He's knifing. Oh, he did it again. Who is this? YUG dude, man. Kill this dude. I got a contract on his head, man. Kill that man. Alright, I quit, man. I'm gonna get back on, dude. I quit, man. I'm gonna play some NBA 2K. J Maul, you on some bull crap. I hate you. Alright, man, I'm gonna go one more game, man. I'm done. One more game, bro. Hell yeah, man. I know, man. I can't make up my mind. I'm confused.
Do what you must to
I
ensure
know, man. Beating the hell out of y'all, man. I hate you, dude. Come on, man. Oh, this YUG dude is sniping the hell out of me, dude. Why is he doing it? So what I do to you, bro? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? He knifed me twice, man. Telling you. No, he's trying to do it again. He did it 3 times, dude. Hell no. This man did it 3 times, dude. What the hell is wrong with him, man? I don't like this guy, man. So now I'm nervous. I gotta watch my back. Dude knifed me 3 times, man. Hey, Jamal, man, kill this YUG dude, man, and quit messing with me, dude. I'm about to cry. I think I just got him.
Oh, I got him. I killed that motherfucker.
Yeah, man, get in his ass, dog. Please, dog. Got contracts on this mark. Wow. I quit, dude. That's it. I'm not playing Call of Duty no more.
Oh, that fucking bitch. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, so it's the unknown dude.
Sadly, you only got 3 kills.
Man, I sucked ass all the way through that, dude. I got beat up, dude. I quit.
Good.
I quit,
Probably
dude. Man, that was some bull crap, man.
Check your timeline.
I feel you, dude. I got double team.
Yeah, I got killed by them right there, so they killed you. I get killed every time, so I'm not running up mid anymore.
Well, if he survives this, dude, he got the whole team to fight, and I guarantee you a couple of them are not using ballistics. Yeah, Tomahawk.
I mean, I know Marine's Fire isn't, and I don't think
Shadow Silk is. Radiant's Fire is now. Radiant's Fire is.
Turn around! Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around!
Dude, he stabbed him like 4 times.
Oh, he clutched it! Oh, shit!
We're doing things the whole time. Like, you just been real timid,
That was a good clutch, man.
Thank you, man.
Dude, he spoke!
Hey, who's all?
That gentleman is a viewer. The thing that you just watched before my classic intro was I was in a lobby in Search and Destroy, and the whole, like, almost everyone recognized me, which is always cool. And that guy actually got a pretty cool little clutch, and I was like, oh, man, that's awesome. Somebody that is a fan or a viewer of mine got a pretty cool clutch, so I decided I would share that, and it kind of inspired, it kind of stirred my bloody bathtub of sporkage, zombie reference, to make this commentary, because I can't believe I've never done this, but, like, I have to say that I love my viewers. I love my fans. And if someone gets mad at someone else, here's my take on it, okay? You know what I mean if I say you're my fan, right? You're a fan of my work. You're a fan of my videos, my personality, or whatever. And then some people get really butthurt and just really twisted nipple about it, about saying the word fan or viewer. So I just made a conscious effort to say viewers, but at the same time, I'm like, if I let the word fan slip, I'm not going to like go in there and like edit it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. And that's one thing that is kind of not frustrating, but it kind of makes you smile. Like, are you ever around like really, really good friends or family members, and you try to pull some bullshit, and they're like, dude, we know you. Stop. And the reason why I bring that up is because I feel that if I were to do some super cheeseball shit, you know, well, I don't do any super cheeseball shit that other YouTube commentators do or other YouTubers do, for the simple fact that I feel like I have a really good, even though I might not know your name, I might not like kick it with you or whatever, but like I feel like we have a really good relationship. So like if I were to try to like pull some slick shit on you, like some real smooth operator type of slick shit, thinking that you're not gonna catch it, it doesn't work anymore because people will catch it. What I love is I've never had YouTube beefs with people. I've always, like, I had one altercation with Guns for Hire way back in the day, and that's a long story short, but we were cool, you know. But for the most part, I always stay out of YouTube beef. But there was one dude that I fucking absolutely despised. Like, I just thought he was the biggest dumpster baby of all time. And one time he made him and his Three Stooges cronies or whatever, they made a 11-minute video bashing me. And I never give it any attention or anything like that. But during that video, everyone basically was just like, Blade's chill as fuck. You know, you're a canceled abortion. Like, what's wrong with you? I didn't send anybody over there. I didn't tweet it. I didn't Facebook. I didn't give it any attention. I watched it. I was like, okay, this is adorable. But I didn't say anything. And my fans naturally like, Blade's fucking cool. You know, so even though I didn't send a hate brigade over there, and I never do, I try not to ever send a hate brigade over to people, just because I don't want to like use you as a viewer to do that. But I thought that was really, really awesome that just people that have been viewers of mine are able to think for themselves. Like, there's some people that will probably blindly follow if I told everyone to put dildos on sprinkler heads, and let's cause an epidemic. So that when the sprinklers start going all around the country, for some reason there's thousands of lawns with dildos on their sprinklers. And what the fuck happened? And I'm like, oh, Blade told me to do it. Don't do that. But I'm saying there probably are some people that would do that, but for the most part, you guys like think for yourselves. You're just like forward thinkers, and you're just cool, chill people, man. If you see me in a lobby, and one thing is I'm not really in the best moods when I play Call of Duty. That's the time when I get my murder session on. So, pardon me, sorry. But if you see me in the lobby, say what's up. If you want to play CSI Detective on my gamer tag, i.e. you want to figure out if it's the real me, I'm going to let you because I think that's funny. But just know that I've met so many fans over time that experience, even though it's new for you, it's exhausting for me. So I'm like the porn star that does 10 scenes a day and you're the virgin, if that makes sense. I'm not fucking you. I'm sorry. That's a horrible analogy. Hope you still love me for that. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. Bad analogy at the end. Fuck. So, this is Scott's dog. Dogs are awesome, right? Well, Soiled Britches has a pretty amazing clip you should check out. You want to watch it, dog? Well, that was messed up and weird. I love it. If you like messed up and weird comedies like myself, then definitely check out Soiled Britches. A link will be right there. I have to say thank you for sponsoring this video, YouTube buddy. And click there to subscribe. Check them out. They're Soiled Britches. That video was Satanic Puppies. Now, thank you. On to my video. Now, I don't know. I record my gameplay footage just all the time. I use an Elgato, and it's really cool because it allows me to, it's always recording, and then if I get a game or something I want to use, I can just kind of TiVo it and go back and check it and save it. I joined somebody message. I was in your game. Awesome! That's now you're on my channel. Bam! And now I jump into this game and I see that there's a bunch of riot shielders. I hate... If you want to get together with your friends and riot shield, I'm not going to be able to stop you. No one's going to be able to stop you, but it's annoying. You know it's annoying, but maybe that's the purpose. Maybe that's the whole purpose of it, is to annoy people. But when I see him, I just drop everything I'm doing and just, you know, mission directive is murder everyone. Ah, sit down. Fuck you. The beautiful thing about people that use riot shields in that fashion, they're not typically the smartest of players. So I know that guy's waiting for me. Sit down. And then you little Ninja Turtle ass bitch. Sit down, you two. Now, let's talk about theater mode. Let's actually go into theater mode for some interesting perspective on stuff. Oh, hey, you got outsmarted? You got outsmarted there, buddy? You got outsmarted? All right, sit down. Any little Ninja Turtle ass bitch, get taken down. There you go. That's me utilizing theater mode. Now, I've heard from a lot of different people. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in Call of Duty Ghosts? Call of Duty Ghosts could be completely different than what we're used to, whatever. I don't know. But a lot of people are saying that there's not going to be any theater mode. Now, I say this is a good thing. Now, before you get all mad at me and say, oh, my favorite YouTuber likes to go into theater mode and make videos like that, I'm sorry, okay? I'm just talking about whenever there's something in a game in Call of Duty, I think they have to look at it and say, okay, if we take this out, if we tweak this, or we add this, there's going to be some people that don't like it, and there's going to be some people that love it. You're going to be loved and hated. You can't make a perfect decision. But I think that it's a good idea if they make a decision based off 99% of people would benefit from this. There's going to be that 1% crowd that doesn't like it. And I think that's the situation with theater mode. Theater mode is good if you don't record games live And also, if you're trying to make some extracurricular type video activity, it's hard to say. But like, super fast mode, theater mode's good for like maybe seeing how the hell you died, and for a select group of YouTube gamer commentator people that want to like go from a different angle. But everyone is affected by theater mode. Think about this. When did the connection go to shit in Call of Duty? Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is when they introduced theater mode. Why? Now, if you guys say, well, theater mode has nothing to do with connection. What? No. I disagree with you. Theater mode has a lot to do with connection. In Modern Warfare 3, you had the option to turn theater mode off. Why would you have that option if it wasn't a connection-based issue? What do you want? Do you want, like, Call of Duty privacy? I wanted to know why. Because I ran by that car, it just randomly blew up. I didn't know if there was like a Jeep recall or something, so I wanted to find out. So I went into theater mode and checked that out. But like, if I had to give up the ability to go into theater mode to see why I died in a really, really rare circumstance, or to like watch a ninja defuse or something like that, then I will totally give that up if it means that connections are better in Call of Duty. That's just my personal opinion. Would you be upset if they got rid of theater mode? Are you happy they get rid of theater mode? Are they getting rid of theater mode? Is this commentary full of bullshit? Does Blade not know what he's talking about? Do I rate this 5 stars or give it thumbs up? I don't know. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. Let me know in the comments what you guys, what your opinion on the matter is, and I'm out. Previously on an ONLYUSEmeBLADE video, you saw a picture on his desk there, right there. What is that? What could that possibly be? What? Get your finger out of the way, Blade. What is it? I'll tell you what it is. That is from Epic Night of me going out, and I got to experience that. There you go. Me drinking booze from boobs. So I decided to make that my desktop picture. She looks so elegant, and I look pretty playerific with my taco meat on my neckline. That's pretty sexy, and my beautiful eyelashes. But this video isn't about just me showing off that I got to drink some booze from boobs. This video is telling you about IronsideComputers and Robert over there. Basically, I met him over at, I believe it was either PAX or E3 of last year. I can't quite remember. I'm sorry. But basically, he contacted me and he's told me about this this giveaway that he's doing, that IronsideComputers is doing, where if you, I think it's, you like them on Facebook and you subscribe to their YouTube channel, they're giving away custom built game PCs, and then if you follow them on Twitter, they do a different thing. Anyways, I'm going to let Robert finish this out. I just think it's a cool opportunity for my viewers to possibly win a custom built game PC. And if you don't like that, well then at least it showed you boobs and booze. So there. Until next time, peace and buckles.
Hey everyone, this is Robert from IronsideComputers. Today we're going to be announcing a brand new giveaway.
We've taken the lead. Kill confirmed. Stand by.
Super fast mode on!
My finger slipped off the trigger.
Kill confirmed. Orbital VSAT on standby.
Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? It is Friday night. Super fast mode again. Why do you always die either one off the VSAT or as soon as you get it, you just die? It just seems like the rules of the Call of Duties. And normally, you guys know me. Normally, I am a social butterfly and I go out on the weekends. I don't know what it is, man, but like, you know, come Friday, I'm totally cool with being at the house during the week and like work on making videos and brainstorming ideas to make my videos better. And, you know, commentary topics are just, you know, just chill, you know. But like, for some reason, once it comes Friday night, I get real antsy. I'm just like, you know what? I want to go out. And I've made a conscious effort not to. Sheboygan! Nice tomahawk played. Pat on my back. That's me patting my back. That's not me fapping. But, yeah, so I'm sitting here and it's late on a Friday night and I'm at home. And it's boring as shit. I have to admit it is boring as fuck. And I'm not used to it. But, you know, I think that's part of being mature. It'd be really awesome if I had a lady friend to snuggle up on and to rest my head on some boobs. I bet if you made a boob pillow, I would sleep a lot more than I do. I tussle. I roll around a lot without some boobs to honk and to squeeze. So, no, but as I'm sitting here, you don't understand. Well, you do understand. You don't understand, man. No, I'm just kidding. One thing is that I'm constantly thinking about how to make my the content on my channel better. My commentaries, I'm always thinking about. I think that commentaries, for a lot of people are saying that commentaries are dying. And I don't think that's the case. There's plenty of people that are commentating. But, like, I am not good at doing Let's Plays. Now, what I was thinking of is that I'm really good at actually just talking. I'm really good at talking. And I think that maybe if I were to just play a game and just take that footage and just talk over it, like post-production Let's Play kind of things, and maybe bring up some stuff that happened while I was playing, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. What would you like to see? Because, like, I want to do... Like, I know that a lot of people have been asking me about the Ballad of Gay Tony, and I kind of stopped that. And the thing is that every time I play it, and every time, like, I've replayed the last, like, 2 missions in the game, that's what's left, and the game's not crap, but I think that my live commentating of it is crap. And I don't want to put shit on my channel. So maybe I'm being too hesitant about what I put on my channel. Maybe I should just, you know, in the words of Chris Smoot, just let it fly. But at the same time, I want to, like, you know, I want to make sure that what it is good. If I'm not entertained, like, we rewatched, if I'm not entertained, why would you be entertained? So... And also, can you let me know what people do? This is more for my older group, but, like, what do people do when they want to curb their drinking? Because, like, every social event that I know of, it involves drinking. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what adults do. But, like, now... What do you do? Because I went to a family event. I wasn't family with them, but I went to, like, a family-style event with somebody on, like, a Saturday night, and they were just doing, like, family stuff, and it sucked. And I was like, let's go out, you know? So, like, I want to make a conscious effort for my health to not go out and get wasted, you know? And the couple times that I have gone out recently, I've just drank a couple beers. I've just discovered... just have a couple beers and just leave it at that. No, you know, no slamming Jaeger bombs and screwdrivers and drinking them out of girls' titties and stuff like that. That's fun, but I've done that, and I think that I feel better now that I've kind of gotten that out of my system, because I was having, like, 2-day hangovers. So I know I asked you a lot of questions, but if I would love to have your guys' input. What do you do on Friday nights that doesn't involve drinking? What do you do on the weekends that doesn't involve getting fucked up? Besides playing video games, because I play video games all the time. So, peace and butt grease.
What?
He went into that detective mode. Whenever you get killed in Call of Duty, I don't want to say most players, but I'll say what I do. Whenever I get a death in Call of Duty, my initial snap judgment reaction is to find a reason why I died, and it wasn't because I made a mistake. It wasn't because the other player I was playing against was better. It's because of bullshit. That we really, really want to, like, focus towards that. Where we go, sit down. Where you kind of go, you rage at the kill cams. Like, a lot of times you'll study a kill cam and you'll come up with a reason why. You'll be like, there's lag. That guy was doing this. Whatever. There's just all these different reasons of why you die in Call of Duty. Now, I'll be the first one to admit that sometimes the stuff is random and sometimes the game bullshits on you. But not every single kill. what would happen if they actually made a perfect Call of Duty game? It's impossible, because my idea of a perfect Call of Duty game is different from yours, different from everyone else's. So it's impossible to make a perfect game. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, that we did make a perfect game. You know what would happen if we made that perfect game? You would be bored of it. So there's no pleasing us, Call of Duty players. It's impossible to please us, because it's just impossible. I've just come to that realization that it's impossible to please us, because I've said this a million times before, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it is impossible to find peace and harmony in game when literally the whole point is to murder you over and over and over again. Not only do we want to murder people, but we want to murder them and then have them come back to life and murder them again. That's what Call of Duty is. So this idea that we're going to be in this peaceful Minecraft fucking violins played by unicorns with big titties is not happening. So, and also, when a game, here's the thing, like, let's say a game works for you, okay? Ooh, get stabbed and ballistic knifed? What? That is sexy. If you guys didn't see that, I actually took the liberty to show it to you again. And then I will get back and I will try to make my point. I'll probably not do it, though. Get tomahawked, red screen of, oh, slow-mo, fall back. Here's the thing, like, let's say whatever Call of Duty you like, let's say one of it clicks for you this year. This year, for me, Black Ops 2, I dig it. I like Black Ops 2. I think they did a really good job with the game, except for connection, but whatever. I like it. There's some bullshit, but there's always going to be some bullshit, whatever. I totally dig it. It clicked for me. The only problem is that once the game clicks for you, once you say, hey, you like the game, then it gets to a point where you're like, okay, well, I'm bored. So there's no, like I said, there's no pleasing us. There's absolutely no pleasing us. Sorry about that, guys. Jesus, I'll turn that down. You know, like Infinity Ward, they have this reputation of making things that absolutely piss you off and kind of newbie, and then Treyarch tends to make more boring games, but they're better skill-based, I guess. And Call of Duty's not skill-based, I totally get that. Don't flame me for that. But I don't know. There's just, you know, come to the realization there's no pleasing us, and we can just play, and you know, part of the reason why I started my channel is because people that psychoanalyze Call of Duty like I just did, I make fun of them and just stab them. So, go figure. The map pack's coming out tomorrow, so I'm either going to stay up or I'm going to go to sleep and wake up early and hit that gym. And I love you. Peace and butt grease. Only play me map packs at 5 in the morning because I'm dumb like that, and it's stupid to get on at 5 in the morning. The maps will be there when I wake up. If you can feel refreshed, I can get a coffee, and I'll talk about coffee a little bit later on and tell you why if I can help it, don't fuck with Starbucks. But basically, this is Dig. This is a map from the new map pack. And this is kind of a remake of a World at War map that I cannot recall. I apologize. It's not Castle. It's something, whatever. Anyways, this is a demolition game. Demolition isn't really a game mode I play, but try to get that search and destroy action. And you have to play the mosh pit thing. And you go, should you get the maps? I like Black Ops 2. I'm a season pass holder, so I just get the maps when they come out. And also, I like the scheduling that they do for the maps just because it keeps the game somewhat fresh. Are the maps good? I'm too tired to make an assumption because I haven't played all the maps and the right game types, and I don't know my search routes yet. But this map is really hectic, and I dug it. And I got some pretty cool little streaks, and I played that OBJ like a boss. And I decided to share it with you. And then after this, I'm going straight to sleep. Just letting you know. I'm just going, shh. I don't snore, but I'm going straight to sleep after this. So should you get it? I don't know. I don't make your decisions for you. So what are you doing? That's my bomb. You're not going to defuse my bomb, friend. Stop that. But this is actually taken from my stream. I do stream. I don't stream as often as some people would like. There's a couple reasons. A, there's a connection issue, i.e. when you have, look at me play that OBJ like a boss. When you have, I'm on like a nice little tear. I think I was really close to a VSAT. So of course, If I'm close to a VSAT, that means I must die. So when I stream, some of the connection that I would normally dedicate, like I would throttle everything to my connection for me to play Call of Duty, because connection is such a huge part of it when you're playing on the consoles and stuff with the internet. And plus my internet isn't that great, so I need every little last bit of juice I need. So when I stream, it's a little bit of an issue. Super fast, but also there's screen watchers that join session, and it doesn't really happen as often. Maybe I just don't know about it. That's not that big of a deal. But also, not every game that I play is YouTube upworthy. And plus, I'm a very angry individual when I play Call of Duty. I wish death upon people, and I'm just kind of an asshole to people when they play Call of Duty. And I'm kind of funny, like, even in the stream, I don't really ban people too much. I have, like, some moderators that will ban people if they spam stuff or whatever. Like, I'm not really big into spamming, but, like, I actually banned this dude today. No, I didn't ban him, I just put him on timeout. Because he said something about my beloved Sonics, and I love my Sonics. So, fuck you if you have anything bad to say about the Seattle Supersonics. You wanna run a little test by me? Say something negative about the Sonics, or about how Oklahoma City took the team or whatever, and I'll give you a block. Just try, okay? I'm not being mean. Just like I don't really block people. It just, you know what I mean? I don't really block people. The only reason why I would block someone is if they spammed me. Like, it's one thing, you can call me names, you can say anything you want about me, super fast, but like, I don't really block people. But like, I'm real sensitive about you talk about my Sonics. And during the stream, I was really tired and I wanted to get coffee, right? And I figured I'd use this as an example to explain to you why I don't fuck with Starbucks at all. So the owner of Starbucks, if you really want the full story on it, there's an awesome thing called Sonic's Gate. It's either Sonic Gates or Sonic's Gate. I don't know which one it is, but it's a documentary, and it actually won like best documentary for internet YouTube video thing. I don't know, but it's a really, really good film, and it explains everything that happened with the Seattle Supersonics no longer being with, you know, basically getting stolen from us by Clay Bennett and moved to Oklahoma City. So during that, you find out there's lots of different reasons why, but one of the key reasons is that the owner of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, right? The owner of Starbucks, who didn't know what a backcourt violation was when he bought the Sonics. Super fast mode, still. He bought the team, told everyone in Seattle, like, listen, I'm going to sell the team because this isn't my thing anymore, but I'll promise you I'll sell it to someone that's going to keep it in Seattle. I want to make sure it's rooted in Seattle. Sold it to a dude knowing that it was going to go to Seattle. And so Howard Schultz literally, like, if you talk to people in Seattle, they're like, fuck Starbucks. First off, Starbucks isn't even good, okay? I'm not a coffee snob, but Starbucks, the reason why Starbucks is famous is because they give you fast coffee, because they burn their coffee. They make it at like 500 degrees when coffee's supposed to be made at like 400. I'm not a coffee snob. I like my Tim Hortons, and I've had real coffee from people, and it's way better than Starbucks crap. Fuck Starbucks. If you support me, boycott Starbucks, because they took away the greatest NBA basketball team of all time from the greatest city in America. That's why I don't fuck with Starbucks, because Howard Schultz is the dumpsteriest of dumpster babies of all time for taking my Seattle Sonics team. That's why I don't fuck with Starbucks. Bam. So, Maps, you're not supposed to be on that bomb, bro. That's my bomb, friend. How dare you? Another reason why I don't stream is, like I said, not every game is going to be that, is going to be quality. But obviously in the description there's a link to the stream if you guys want to follow that. I always, do the Twitter and the Facebook. Sometimes if it's an impromptu stream, I won't make a video, but I'll try to make a video linking you guys to stream if I do stream. And I am going to sleep like a baby. And hopefully like a baby I'll wake up to some boobs to suck. Bam! ONLYUSemeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. What is up, guys? ONLYUSemeBLADE, and this is a team deathmatch, which is kind of a dead game type. on the new DLC map, Takeoff, which is a remake of Stadium. And overall, I dig the map packs for the simple reason is so many of them are remakes that I don't have to like learn new maps. And also, don't you think it's kind of interesting that the players, normally when players play the DLC maps, they like camp because they don't know the maps yet. But if you have the maps this early, chances are you played Black Ops 1 and already played these maps. So like move around. I don't know. But I'm here to talk about the ad block. You've gone full retard. And I'm not trying to be offensive to mentally challenged people, but like you can't go full retard. There's a movie, Tropic Thunder, that kind of explains that, and you can kind of get that reference. But okay, listen to this. Okay, so AdBlock has come up with this campaign where they're asking people for money so that they can make ads to put on YouTube videos so that people are more aware of AdBlock. And it is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Not intentionally funny. It's not supposed to be funny. It's not like they're supposed to like, they're like comedians or anything. It's funny because these guys are the biggest goobers ever. And like their facial expressions and everything are hilarious. I'm not joking when I say this. I found this video and it's been re-uploaded several times. And no lie, there are literally ads on the video. Now, I did this before money was involved. My take on it is this. It's nice to be compensated for time and effort that you put into videos. I'm not saying I should be some millionaire. I'm not saying that at all. But making videos and providing entertainment, I don't see what the problem is with being compensated for it. This isn't about what I think of people that use AdBlock. This isn't about that. This is just the pure comedy gold of AdBlock going full retard.
I love the internet without advertisements. I think everyone does. The fact that AdBlock is free has always motivated me to share it with others. It's ridiculous, though, that so many people still don't know about AdBlock. 7 out of 10 internet users don't even realize that an ad-free internet exists. The web is one giant community, and we have the power to reshape it to be better for everyone. If the more than 80 million of us who have AdBlock help spread it to the billions who don't, we will literally change the entire internet.
Yeah, you would change the internet. You would make the quality worse. If Freddie W doesn't get compensated for his views on YouTube, then he wouldn't be able to dedicate all the time and resources that he does in order to make those videos. By doing it, it happened with the music industry. Right now, you can just download any song or whatever that you want. It takes a little finding, but you can just download anything you want. So now people aren't able to sell records. You know what? The quality of the music sucks. So by doing what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish, they're literally trying to kill anything above hobby level enthusiasm for content.
So we have a crazy idea. Ads to get rid of ads.
Here's the plan. We're going to buy internet advertisements, like banner ads and video commercials, to let people know they can have an ad-free internet. To buy the ads, we're launching a crowdfunding campaign and we need your help. Contribute and you'll receive awesome rewards and help shape the campaign. And if we raise enough, we'll do unbelievable things, like a Times Square billboard or even a Super Bowl ad.
I know this dude did not just say they're going to have a Super Bowl ad. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? We're taking a piss. We're not watching the Super Bowl ads, and we definitely don't care if you post an ad block. You know what? I love seeing bouncing titties, but I hate when you go to the strip club and they make you pay. That's insane. Why don't I'd rather you do that. Make it so that we don't have to pay strippers. It should be free. In your fucking perfect world where you can't be inconvenienced by an ad. Get the fuck out of here.
My whole goal with AdBlock is to help people see the internet how they want to. We're not taking $1 of this campaign for ourselves, so please consider pledging. Help gift AdBlock to the world, and help make the internet a better place.
It's like no thought is actually put into this whole concept. I'm not crying about it saying, oh my gosh, this, AdBlock's taking away YouTube money, oh my gosh. YouTube was a hobby for me. I started being compensated for it, and eventually it's going to have to go back to being a hobby. I'm going to ride it until the wheels fall off, but eventually it's going to, just convert back to being a hobby and not a source of income. I'm totally cool with that. I get that, all things must come to them an end. But, like, what they don't realize is the cause and effect of what they're proposing. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's just shitty. And the reason why is because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that I watch that I watch more YouTube than I watch television. And what they're proposing literally would make it so that we would have to pay in order to have whatever content that we wanted. Like, we would have to pay for it because, I like the whole system. Like, let's not rock the boat. I like the system of the ads. Because I watch an ad for a product I know I'm not going to buy, whatever. I'm not an idiot. I see advertisements all the time. Doesn't mean I go and buy things. So it's a good system that's worked for a long time. And I don't know what the motivation of these goobers are, that they don't see the bigger picture point of all this. So this isn't about me crying about it's taking money out of my pocket. I'm just saying, like, if it actually goes this route, they're not even thinking about the cause and effect of what it's going to be long term. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I personally don't use ADDBLOCK just because when I watch a Philip DeFranco video, when I watch a Freddy EW video, when I watch anybody, and they have advertisements on there, to me, my own personal thing, you don't have to feel the same way, but I feel like it's stealing. I know I'm only contributing like a half a penny or I don't even know how much it is, but like, that's what kind of makes things go around. So, and I don't want it to be a situation, I don't like paying for stuff. So I don't want it to be a situation where, in order for me to watch my favorite YouTuber, I'm going to have to pay, like doing the paid subscription thing. And it will go that route if ADDBLOCK becomes so widely used. How else are they going to, make these amazing videos? ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Let me know below what you think. Peace and butt grease.
Ads to get rid of ads.
Anthony, whatever our teammates got turned on, like he's just shooting at him, he got 5 bullets in, and he just turns around and no-scopes him like nothing.
So that first clip, right after that, I wanted to stop playing multiplayer, and I wanted to join up with my boy, Thunder, Legend of Thunder. How you doing, buddy? And as you can see, we are shooting zombies. I shoot in zombies, forgive thou, but I also like to get the upgraded little melee option. And in this zombies, the upgraded melee option is called the ThunderFist. And the kind of way it works in order to get it is that you need to maneuver around the map. And you go to all 4 of these little boxes, and you shoot zombies kind of like you did in Mob of the Dead in order to feed the dogs. You shoot zombies, and it feeds their soul into the box. You don't have to do it individually. You can just kill as many zombies as possible, have their souls go into that box. And once you do all 4, which I'm showing you us doing all 4, then you go back to the chest, open up the chest, and you get the ThunderFist. It is a one-hit melee kill up until round, I have no idea. I'm not really a zombies pro, I just enjoy playing it. And beware of that little fucker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the game audio kind of speak for itself and add a little bonus clip at the end. But you can hear the sound once you finally fill up the chest and you get a little emblem so you know you're good to go get your zombie fist. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease.
Alright, got it. Let's go. Dude, get your ThunderFist, big boy.
Wow. Where?
Where?
Box, press X.
Where's this fucking ThunderFist? Smoking weed outside my house.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Got that kung fu fist now.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys are.
Well, sit down.
On the thing.
What?
Only. That's
Oh,
why
you guys are on the thing.
The only way you
Okay.
can get the ThunderFist blade is if you fill those 4 soul chests. Get that broken
And on the platform.
Yeah, we had that by round 12.
We go to the box. Come on, go back to the spawn. Go back to the spawn. You can get a bonus first.
Bonus clip.
3, I believe. It's ridiculous they actually ran that many times, though. He plays like a fucking... Hey, look at the first machine. Sentinel's back! Sentinel! Fuck you!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Did that kill?
You got crushed.
Does that kill me?
Crushed.
Oh, that's so gay, dude. That's the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's stupid.
Blade got stepped on.
That's fucking retarded.
Right here, guys. Let's build this chest. Plug him in right here.
This is a paid promotional thing. What's up, guys? Wait, where should I be looking to make sure I'm looking at the camera? Just right at them. Okay. That was stupid. What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE. And the most commonly asked question that I get on my channel are, dude, the Call of Duty stuff's cool, but where's the extreme pogo stick videos, bro? Well, since I'm not able to provide those to you, I want to show you Wake Up to Ryan's channel. He has this awesome video. Let me just show you right now. So that's Wake Up to Ryan. They do amazing stunts and tricks. So go ahead, click on this little annotation right there. Bam! Click right there. Go ahead and give them a like on that video. And if you like stuff like that, go ahead and subscribe. Now, on to my video. Only. What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, Search and Destroy gameplay, and I know what you're saying, Blade. You don't look too hot in that in the little promotional thing at the beginning of the video. Gosh, and because I have been slaving away, it's such hard work. But I have been making a lot of videos and editing and doing all kinds of stuff because I'm going to be gone for a week. Scott, I can't really release too much info or I might be shot by the Ford people, but basically, if you guys don't know, Scott obtained a free car from Ford. It's called the Ford Fiesta, and every month he gets to travel and do cool stuff, and this month he's taking me. We are going to New York, and then we're going to Detroit and a whole bunch of places in between, so we're going to be gone for about a week, and it's going to be bacon themed, so every single meal is going to be bacon oriented, and it's going to be a good time. So what I decided to do is, during that time, I don't want you guys to go through OUMB withdrawals, and it's a classic symptom of, if I don't put up videos for a while, people start spazzing out, they start convulsing, they start having bad moods. So I don't want you to go through OUMB withdrawal. So what I did is I'm planning out several videos and I'm going to schedule them to go up every day. And I came up with this concept. Hutch did a series about a year ago about the history of Call of Duty, and I'm doing, in essence, the same exact thing, but it's going to be about the Call of Duty knife. So I'm going to start with COD 4, then World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, possibly Modern Warfare 3, but I really just don't like that game, and then maybe Black Ops 2. I might skip Black Ops 2. I don't know, but so what I've been doing is I've been going back and playing the old games, and in the series I'm going to talk about all the different perks that the game offers, how to utilize the perks, how to kind of play the game, the degree of difficulty in the game, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to start with Call of Duty 4, and I'm going to get real in depth as far as, like, you know, your class setups and how you play and my experiences with it during its heyday, my experiences with it when it's not in its Call of Duty Prime, and then I'm making a video for World at War, and so on and so forth. So, and you guys are actually in for a treat, because I've got all the footage I got for, you know, the first two, and now I'm on to the Modern Warfare 2 stuff, and I got an insane gameplay, and it makes me excited because, like, Extreme Conditioning is going to be back in Call of Duty Ghost. So I'm going to have, all next week, I'm going to have those videos. I'm preparing them now, and I'm going to schedule them for while I'm gone. While I'm gone, I'm going to try to do some vlogs. I'm excited to kind of get out the house, man. I've been kind of stuck in the house trying to make videos for you guys and, like, trying to get gameplays and all that kind of good stuff. So, also, I'll finish Ballad of Gay Tony. I will get Ballad of Gay Tony up. I will have a Sunny Chill commentary up. I'm just in this mode where, like, I go in these streaks where sometimes I don't want to make videos, and sometimes I just get inspired to make videos. Like last night, for whatever reason, I wasn't angry, but I was in like this rant mode. So I made a commentary. So this is like a little sneak preview, okay? I made a commentary about how you're a shitty kid. Not saying you're a shitty kid, but like, you know, people that shouldn't have children, when they have children, what they do is they inconvenience me and people in customer service, all kinds of weird stuff like that. So I recorded it, but like I didn't. I'm gonna re-listen to it and make sure that it's something that I want to actually put up on my channel. I know that I'm approaching 1,000 videos, and that's awesome. I think that's pretty cool. It's a cool milestone. But I've never really been big into milestones on YouTube. Like, I always just kind of have fun with it and share my thoughts and opinions and knife-only footage with you guys. But I guess maybe I'll mention whenever I have 1,000 videos up, I'll mention it. Or maybe I might have to pull a Thunder move and privatize some videos from the past just so I don't have 1,000 anymore. Keep you guessing. I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much about it. I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to probably try to do some vlogs while we're gone. Scott's got a GoPro set up in his car so we can do almost like a little, you know, the best conversations that people have in their lives for some reason are always in a moving car. I could be sitting with Keem at the house and we can't do a Bad Kid Cast for the fucking life of us. But for some weird reason, when we get into a vehicle, when we start driving, I think it exercises conversation modules in our brains, and we just start talking. So lots of different content, you know, something a little bit different than just regular gameplay commentaries. And also, I cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto 5. A lot of times during this time of year, content creators on YouTube are kind of running out of things to talk about, and they're kind of like, I don't know, this is kind of a stale time. But this is actually a great time. New consoles coming out. Titanfall looks freaking amazing. The new Call of Duty Ghost with infinite sprint and getting rid of theater mode, that's freaking awesome. So I'll be able to have lightweight, infinite sprint. There's still going to be lag, but not as much lag as in these previous titles where theater mode was a fail. And we got Titanfall, we got the new consoles, we got Grand Theft Auto 5, and I get to travel around the country and eat bacon products. So things are looking up. Things are pretty good. I'm a happy blade. Get skewered, slutbag. So don't worry. I am going to do my part and make sure that I provide to you all kinds of me content for you to watch. And if you want to do your part, you can super fast forward. You can hit that like button. That'd be awesome if you hit the like button. But if you don't hit the like button, I'm still going to love you. There you go. 12 and 3, searching the story of the Black Ops 2. Keep your eyes peeled for that new content. And as always, peace and butt grease. What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE. If you are dumb, if you are half listening, or if you're easily offended, or if you're a combination or anything of those three, go ahead and please click off. I will wait. I will not be offended if you leave. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm going to say some things that are on a little bit higher level than the normal Call of Duty after that people. And, you know, some of the things, soundbite-wise, you may be able to take that and make me sound like the world's biggest asshole, but I'm not. So all I ask is that you listen to the whole thing, or don't listen to it at all. Whatever, you're going to do what you're going to do. Let me get into it. So every day, I go to this gas station, and I drive up, and I look through the window, and I hope and I pray that this person, like, killed himself or something. And the reason why is because other people shouldn't affect you, but they do. This guy, he's 45 years old and he works at a gas station. Every time I go in there, he just gives me crap. He just gives me shit, or like makes it his point to make my life shitty, or to make my little 5-minute time while I'm there shitty. And it's just like, dude, just because you baked a big huge pie of suck doesn't mean that I want a slice of it. You know? Fucking knock it off. People, if your life sucks, figure that shit out. Do something better. If you are too lazy or don't want to, or the fucking cards are so against you, then that sucks. That's horrible. But you're gonna die and then you won't have any problems. So fucking stop inconveniencing me. Okay? That dude at the gas station, he one of two things of reasons why his life sucks, okay? One, he could have had everything going for him, but he was either lazy or he just decided I didn't want to do that. During the time when everyone was picking careers and jobs and whatever, he slacked off, or he got drunk the night before the bar. I don't know, whatever the reason, he could have got up to the plate, but he struck out. Okay, that's good and dandy, but don't fucking try to bring everyone else down. I know misery loves company, but fuck you. Now, the other thing is maybe he never even had an opportunity to get to the plate. He never even had the opportunity to try to strive for success because his parents are idiots. So, like, if an idiot has sex with another idiot and they have a child, that child's going to be an idiot. There's no hope for him. And I know, this idea that any retard out there can somehow become president, that's all good and dandy, but it's not true. I'm sorry. If you look at your parents and be like, my mom's nutty and my dad's an asshole, you're going to be a nutty asshole as a human being, or you have to work that much harder to strive past that. People that have kids, if you have kids, I hate the term, I got mouths to feed. That's become like this term in our lifetime, or probably even before that, where people think that they can do shitty things just because they have children. Now, a good example of this is the show Breaking Bad, okay? Now, in Breaking Bad, I'm not giving you spoilers, but in Breaking Bad, he's like, you know what? I want to make sure my family's taken care of, so I'm going to do these shitty, fucked up things, right? And it's like, okay, well, maybe you're just an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the idea that you want to make sure that your children and your family are taken care of when you're gone because you have cancer, and that's the fucking cards that life dealt you. But it's just like, it's still shitty. It's still shitty to do shitty things in order to fucking prosper and using the excuse because of I have children. If you're having kids and you're not like 10 out of 10 as far as like emotional, financial, really financially and emotionally and mentally, if you're not like 10 out of 10 across the whole board of categories and you have everything and you don't have everything figured out, put a fucking condom on, okay? I understand, sometimes the girl says no, but actually no excuses. Kids are a bacterial, the worst kind of untreatable STD fucking thing. Think about this. I know everyone wants to be all fucking romantic about it, but what you do is you nut in some wet skin, and if it's during the right time of the month and it lines up, that 9 months later, a human's gonna form and it's gonna fucking push itself out through the vagina, and now it's everyone's problem. And it's fucking annoying. The reason why it's fucking annoying is because, like, if you don't make sure that you have all that shit together, the same way, like, if you drive a car and it's faulty on the freeway and you break down, I have to sit behind it. If you have a fucking shitty kid because you're stupid or the girl's stupid that you're with and you don't do a good job raising that kid eventually is going to be working at the gas station where my kid, who's going to be a well-adjusted kid, is going to go in there and he's going to have to take shit from your kid. So fuck you. That's what I'm saying. Fuck you. If you are going to be irresponsible enough to have a fucking child, to bring it into this world, make sure everything's set up. Don't be fucking irresponsible and willy-nilly and just go nutting all over the place like a fucking sprinkler in a porno, okay? Like, Because you're going to have shitty kids, and those shitty kids are going to fucking bug my kids whenever I get my ducks in a row, and then my kid is going to be going to the gas station and walk in there and has to deal with your shitty kid. So I'm already telling you, fuck you. So the moral of the story is put a fucking condom on and realize that problems in this world that you have, if anybody gave a fuck, they'd be solved because they group together. But people don't. Figure out a way to solve your problems and then actually execute. And just fucking ring me up and smile. Have an A1 day or something. I don't know. ONLYUSemeBLADE, peace and buckeries. Please, 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 please think before you comment. Bye.